What's up, y'all? Let me see, does it say it? It looks backwards. Hold on. What's up, James? How you doing? It's Movie Crew Tuesday. All right, y'all. Listen, as you see, your girl is here a little later than before, and I got all this stuff on. So I felt like we could have a little jammy jam with our show tonight because it's late, you know. I went home. I went and I voted. Did you vote? Did you guys vote? I went out and I voted. And yeah, so now I'm back. But we are talking about the television show Girlfriends, okay? So I figured before we get started and talk about Girlfriends, we're going to chop it up. We're going to get our stuff together. Pour yourself a drink, get you a snack, you know what I mean? Hopefully, if you're a parent like me, you've tucked your child in. I just got finished tucking him in. That's why I said 8:30. And you're ready to kick it. So thank you for coming. What's up? Pray with the good man. I like that. That's a good name. Good, strong, solid name. But tonight we're talking about Girlfriends, a TV show. So if you are like me, and you are a nostalgia person and you watch TV shows and movies in real time in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s when they first came out, we like to recap. We like to examine. We like to reminisce. So come on in. Share the live with a friend. And let's get ready to chop it up for Movie Crew Tuesday. Y'all see my little sign? Look at me. I'm stepping it up. So yeah, I'm going to play some music and we're going to vibe out for, you know, the first 15 minutes and then we'll get into the conversation. As I let more people get settled in and hang out with their friends, bring their friends in, share live with their friends. Y'all can come in here together and hang out. You ain't even gotta leave your house. Just have your friends come up to the live and let's chit chat about Girlfriends. I know I'm not the only one that watch Girlfriends in real time. The funny thing about the television show Girlfriends is I think when it came out, I was so young and just so excited to see fashion and women and a show about, you know, women again, because Living Single was my, you know, show that I grew up to about the sisterhood. So Girlfriends came after that, and I was thinking I was gonna get another one of those, but I mean, I still got something, but it wasn't the magic that I got from Living Single. But I do feel like Girlfriends still showed lessons and showed experiences in life just in a different way. So we talking about it. So cheers to Joan, to Toni Childs, to Maya, and to Lynn, and then to William, the honorary girlfriend. Like I said, I'm gonna play some music. Make sure you share. What's up, Kimberly? Make sure you guys share the live. And again, I'm getting ready for my people. We're talking about Girlfriends, so hopefully y'all ready. Mama on my hood. Girlfriends premiered in 2000, guys. It premiered in 2000, the year 2000. I was 16 years old when Girlfriends premiered, year 2000. So what were you doing when Girlfriends came out in the year 2000, the millennial, the one where we thought the world was going to whoosh, and we was going to turn to putty? There go my twins in the building.
How do you do?
Hey, twin.
What's going on, girl?
I'm sure you are part of the generation that watch Girlfriends in real time, right, twin?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I did.
So I'm not by myself. Now listen, I didn't vote for this film. So for the people that was upset, that, I mean, not film, but this television show. So the people that was like, hey, I said this one. Did y'all look at the majority?
It was girlfriends. I saw both threads on both platforms. It was majority girlfriends.
Yeah, they just
So
want to talk about girlfriends. So I was like, okay, because I watched
it
this
was
stuff.
messy.
If they would have picked something I didn't watch, I would have had to reevaluate. But I did watch Girlfriends in real time. So y'all got two Leos that's ready to unpack. And y'all know how we do. We auntie. So, you know, what we looked at back then, we look at way different now.
Well, in 2000, I was raising my oldest child, who's 26 now.
Okay, so you
So
had a
yeah,
whole different look on it then. At that time,
yeah.
you was dealing with grown folk situation.
Girl, on my own, doing my own thing, paying my own bills. Girlfriend had
Yeah,
been
so you
doing so.
definitely looked at Girlfriends with a different perspective for sure.
Oh yes, girl. And
Okay,
then the headspace I was in back then, and I was with my baby daddy back then, so my whole purview was different. Like,
okay.
oh,
Have
wait a
you
minute.
have you gotten a chance to rewatch it since it went off air?
Yes.
Okay, because that's important, right?
Yeah,
Like
it is.
to watch it in real time during the time, you know, when the television was a certain way and we were getting certain, you know, like storylines and stuff, and then we got reality TV right after that.
Oh my god.
So
The
and
garbage parage.
yes, so now I don't know because it came Girlfriends. It aired in 2000, and then it came to Netflix in 2021.
And that's crazy how Kelsey Grammer wrote that show.
That is crazy, right?
A white man wrote that show.
But I mean, it makes sense to me though, because a lot of times when we watch shows that are supposed to shed light to the black community, and the stories don't like the stories for me. When I think about Girlfriends now, I watch it now, and I think about people I know in real life. I don't know friends that would hang the way they did with the stuff that happened in them friendships.
Especially not with Toni.
Okay.
Especially not with Toni, honey,
People
because
love Toni. Like,
but she was a bougie 304 with identity crisis issues. She had a problem with being darker skinned, and people say I'm crazy when I say that, but you could tell that's what she was on. Not because she wound up marrying a white tea man. It was just because her whole attitude. She was from Fresno. She was trying to beat the rap for that. You know, she didn't really want people to know where she was from. You know, she always referred to her upbringing as country bumpkin, and she had elevated past that and became a realtor. But deep down inside, she was a scared little girl who was insecure. That's why she used to shit on Joan so much. And that was a codependency relationship. They should have never ever been friends.
no, and I think and you know what? I still got this for y'all. Don't get it twisted.
Not the red flag fan. Here we go.
I'm still hitting them up there, okay? Don't get it twisted because
Yes.
that show had a whole bunch of red flag moments to me. Especially now that I watch it as an adult. Now, when it came back out, like I did see reruns and stuff like that
Yeah.
when it was coming out, like when it was over, but it was still like on TV One or whatever. I still did like occasionally watch an episode or two when it was on TV. But when it came out on Netflix, so it was like during the pandemic, a lot of shows came on Netflix for us to binge. We was watching Parkers, Moesha, Girlfriends, like that was all back to half and half. That was just all coming back to back. And I was watching them
Yes.
all like
Half and half was crazy word.
yeah. So for me, Girlfriends, when I didn't even get to fully binge it. Like I got to 2 seasons and I was like, man, they toxic.
As hell.
I was
As hell.
so irritated. And
I
I
mean,
was
it's a group of
irritated with a lot
girls.
of people's favorite, which is Toni. Toni irritated me so much. But I think Toni irritated me then too. Like the way everybody was all like, Toni Childs, Toni Childs. I just feel like she's a
But
bitch.
that was an illusion she created for herself because for real, she was from humble beginnings. And she tried to put on airs like she was just this, oh my God, so sophisticated, that's so beneath me type of vibe. And for real, you could see right through it. Like you doing all this extra shit, but your life messy. She was with the painter dude, Greg. She cheated on him with a doctor, contracted something, gave it to Greg, tried to make it look like Greg did it. Greg go get tested, he ain't got it. Then years later, he come back into her life just to date her so she could walk in on him and another woman in her house.
Toxic.
Another one.
I mean, that was
It's
his lick
weird.
back. That was his lick back. What's up, Babs? Babs is in the building. I see you, Babs.
What's going
Hey,
on? What's
Babs.
going on? Good evening. Good morning. Good
I think the
afternoon.
How you
biggest
do?
I think the biggest issue I got with Toni, I'm here. Let me give y'all my spiel before I type this up real good, y'all. Look, I'm gonna be real professional for a
Yeah.
second. Let me be professional. Okay, so tonight we're taking it back and getting into girlfriend. And this one actually feels personal because this show first came out when I was 16 years old. I was 16. I was still figuring out relationships, friendships, and love. And honestly, I was like understanding life in real time as it was coming at me. 16 is the
Mm-hmm.
age for vulnerability for young women. I first started
Mm-hmm.
dating. I first had shakes in my friendships and stuff like that. So this was like my life in real time. But my stuff was more high school drama. And I'm watching like grown women in their early 20s, mid 20s, and how they're navigating life. This is to me my next step. Like after
Yeah.
I finish with this is gonna be my life, right?
Right.
So I watched it in real time, episode by episode, season by season, thinking I understood what was going on. Okay, I was thinking it. It ended when I was 24 years old, and I watched every single episode in real
Me
time.
too.
In real time, the show kind of lost its umph towards the end. That just was, I don't know, but I do feel like it was more shocking and stuff in the earlier seasons, right? But we fast forward to now, watching it as we're grown, as a grown woman that's had real life experiences, that's had heartbreak, love, marriage, happy times, sad times, loss, grief, losing people, having children, getting married, getting divorced, like all kind of stuff. Watching it now, it's different. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff that I might have laughed at ain't that funny. A lot of stuff I might have brushed off or made excuses for ain't excused no more. People that was favorites ain't a favorite no more, ain't cute. And it's a whole bunch of this.
Oh yeah, all throughout there.
Red flag. Red flag.
It's
Maya
a
and Daryl,
Red
that
flag
whole
on the board.
bunch.
situation. Maya and Daryl, that
Yes,
situation when she was all trying to. Now you've been with him since you was a young girl, and y'all had a baby, and y'all been married and chilling and kicking it. You start
yes,
working in the law office, and now you done caught the vapors. You
yes.
done
She
let
got
some
real brand
fool.
new. And I think as a
Real
kid,
man.
when I watched Maya cheat on her husband, I was pissed, right? I was
I
very
was
disappointed
mad. I'm like, and with
Yeah, I was
somebody named
mad too.
Stanley, ew.
and then he wasn't even worth.
With a watch.
Like a lot of times,
Yeah,
we say this as adults. If you gonna cheat, cheat up. You know what I'm saying? You
don't
ever
cheat
been in a
down.
relationship and you got cheated on, and you see what you got cheated on with, and you like, really, really,
Right.
really,
Like you
and
done
I
mess
and
around
I'm
and
being
jug in the trash.
right. I'm not even gonna talk just surface level and talk about how
No.
somebody look. I mean, like a whole downgrade, personality,
Yeah.
ambitions,
Hey.
the way they are a parent or whatever is like downgrade, downgrade. What's up, Big Daddy Wink? Hey, Miss Mason. I see
Hey,
y'all
hey,
in the building.
hey. How do you do?
Welcome to Movie Crew Tuesday, y'all. We are talking about girlfriends. Okay, this is what the people voted on. This is what we talking about. So as you come in, let me know if you've watched the show. If you've ever seen the show, give me the fire sign in the emoji. Okay, do it fire because the Leos is up here right now. Fire sign. Bow, bow,
Oh Lord.
This is the
Oh,
best of my oh Lord.
bow. Right.
Leo, boy, them Leos in the
Here
building.
come them Leos. We creep into our season. We try to let people have their time,
Wow.
but we get ready. We starting to, come out of hibernation a little bit. So in real time, okay, I see Miss Mason says she did see it. So let me know when it came out in real time. What's up, Micah? If you had to pick a character on that show that you related to the most in real time when it came out, or who was your favorite in real time when it came out, who would you pick?
Mm.
You don't have one, Babs? Or
Oh, I
you
pick
got
Tony. You know I love Tony.
okay, so
Tony
y'all
Child.
okay, now see, now listen, when you say you like Tony,
Ah,
this is what you get. Cause
I
when I
know.
rewatched
I
that
know.
show as a grown up,
I liked her style. It was her style and the way she was funny and her comeback. But the things that she did, she had me turning away from her. I really didn't like none of them because you got one that's a
I
begging
got
of
you, twin. I'm about
friend.
to bring you
Want to
back
be
up.
my
Ooh, thank you,
friend.
Karma.
Want to be my friend. You got one that's out there in the streets right there, just out there, just
I
out
gotta
there,
figure
out
out
there.
how Miss Mason be watching it because I be seeing everybody else like that I could bring up that's watching it. Miss Mason be down there talking the whole time. I don't be thinking she there, but she still be there from the bushes because I can't see
In the
her.
bushes. Everybody's by the bush.
She in the bushes hiding.
Hey, guys.
She in the
Not
bushes.
the
Okay,
bushes.
so a lot of people, I'm assuming
Yeah.
y'all like Toni Childs because she was a beautiful brown skinned lady. She had
She
Yeah.
fashion
was.
galore. Her fashion
But
look
her
was
attitude
on
was
point.
gross. And the way she treated her friends were gross.
Yeah, her
Right. She
demeanor
was
was
not a
real
good
gross.
friend. She was not a good girlfriend. She was not a good, I don't think she was a good wife. She might have been an okay mother. You know, like once she had her baby, I think she did love her child.
Child, she didn't even want that baby.
She wasn't a good daughter.
At
She was ashamed
first,
of
she
her
didn't want that baby.
parents. She wasn't like support. Like, I don't know what y'all saw when Tony Childs that made y'all
I
like her
just
so much.
told you her fashion and the way I like the
Now
way
she
she
could throw it
talk.
on now. I will say that.
Okay,
She wasn't no bum.
okay.
So you like the fashion part and the ambition. What about you, Miss Mason? Because you said Tony Childs too. I don't know if Karma's still there because Karma stopped, do show me some love and roll back. But Karma, if you're still there, if you watch Girlfriend in real times, when it came out, who was your favorite character or what character did you relate to
Okay,
the
with the
most when it
comebacks,
came out?
she
Yeah,
had
her
them comebacks.
comebacks was legendary. She used to cut
Yeah,
them
she
up
had
on
them
the nails
comebacks,
on the
baby.
black inside of the
Okay,
game.
okay. Her
I
clapback.
mean, I mean the
I'm trying to
bougie.
think. I think in real time, I like Joan. Um, I think I like Joan because I'm
Joan was
that
too
person.
nervous.
I've always been that glue for my friends,
Yeah,
even
but she was so
young person.
erratic. It's like,
See,
girl,
So
be
I mean,
nervous. She was
Joan was like,
everywhere
Joan was very much so the
in
most.
everybody business.
she was too erratic. I mean, I liked her
She was
character.
controlling too. She was
But she
controlling.
wanted everything a certain way,
Yes,
and it
yes,
threw everything into chaos if it couldn't be according to Joan. And
yes,
even in the men that she dated, like she had, I mean, and then trying to get with William, that was crazy.
William.
And then
Okay, that was crazy. I didn't
I'm
like
like,
that.
he been the friend all this time, and now you trying to split the block after you don't watch him be engaged to two different chicks. And
yeah. I
it was a
felt
lot.
like I think initially when I was watching the show, I was seeing that they was gonna put Joan and William together, but they took so long to do it that it was so awkward when they finally
Yeah.
did it, right?
Yeah,
Like she was like in your wedding to somebody else. She helping you date other people, setting you up with other people. Like really
right.
making it seem like you just her BFF and she don't like you like that. But she was so desperate for love and for a man that
Yes,
she
she
like
was.
whatever,
I mean,
anybody.
thirsty.
But I did like that Joan was the glue. That was how I related to her. Even now, I'm like that with my friend group. I'm like the one that kind of ties everyone together. So I do understand that aspect. I like that she was into holidays. Like not to the extent of Joan. Like Joan was a little more materialistic or whatever. I'm more like moments and memories or whatever. So I did like that part. I like that she was always the host. Oh, I'll do it. I'll plan it. Whatever. I like that she like for Christmas. She was like, let's sing and do something fun. Like I did like
Right.
She
those.
would do that.
I did. Y'all know
She
that's
would
me.
do that.
You know
Listen,
that's me.
she would do that. She would wait till you go good sleeping and
Yeah.
pop in there. Hey, we online.
Nah, hey.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me wipe my mind.
Yes.
Whew.
That is me.
We
People
got so
we
many
would
blooper videos.
yes, we do. Because that is so me. I am that's why I like Joan, because Joan was that. So I related to her on that part. I just didn't like that she came off so desperate for a guy. And I mean
Needy.
and I
Very
didn't
needy.
yes, and I didn't like it even as a teenager because I'm trying to navigate how to date, right? I'm just now at 16 was when I was allowed to date. So I'm just now stepping out and dating. and I'm watching how Joan is, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Um, Lynn was a freeloader to me, and she
Oh,
worked
girl,
my
let's not talk
spirit.
about Lynn, girl.
Loader.
She was a mess,
Oh my
girl.
God. She
She
can
was a
talk
mess.
you
You got
into
all that
anything.
education and life dumb as hell.
She'll
She was
talk
life
you
dumb. And then she
out
What's
of
up,
struggled with
everything.
her identity
Tyler?
too. She
Yeah,
struggled
I
with her
agree.
identity
Hey,
I
too, being
agree.
biracial.
hey, Miss Clever.
And I feel like she used like that biracial and trying to get it figured out as an excuse way too long. Like, you know
Yes,
what I
she
mean?
did.
Like, it was like, girl, when are you gonna grow up? She was that friend that like always uses you, like will drain you until nothing else. Like the way she was, like in Joan's house, taking over, bringing people up in there, using her stuff, and then
Yes.
she went to William's place and just kind of like took over his place. Like I don't know, I liked her a little bit, and then I got annoyed with her.
I
Like
like the flower child side of her, but it was problematic for her adult life.
yeah, it was because eventually you have to grow up, and even when she became like this singer and supposedly have
Then
herself
she started
together.
throwing the cookie around like it was a frisbee.
Yeah. I think they were trying to show us sexually free, expressive, because it was women in time, in real time, that wanted to be more powerful, liberating with their sexuality and not put in a box. So I think they were trying to give us that with Lynn. But I also feel like um, in real life, diseases are real.
Girl, the
And
whammy bammy is out here.
and if you're gonna like talk
The
about
whammy
being
bammy.
sexually free and all of that, and I appreciate girlfriends for having the episode, the AIDS episode, with the friend on there because that they did cover it.
Yeah.
But I felt
Yeah,
like the way Lynn was moving, they should have showed a little bit more. They
yeah.
did show Toni getting something, but again, I feel like they was making light of it because now you got people like Sexy Red that's like, I mean, yeah, I had it twice, but that's all right, everybody get it. Hold on,
Yeah.
cuz.
You talking about
Slow the
dripping red,
roll.
girl? That she is
Stop,
a
little
ball of
model.
garbage.
But that comes from years and years of people talking about being sexually free and expressive and teaching it in a non-healthy way. Like I'm not gonna judge somebody for what they do with their body. That's your
Yeah, but
body.
if you the contagion monkey, we gotta have a discussion. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You can't be a super spreader out here, bruh.
Right. So let's unpack each character, right? We talked about Joan. Can y'all
Yes.
give me some pros for Joan Clayton, please? Can I get some pros?
She was sophisticated. She was
Okay.
intelligent in her position.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was a talented, a competent lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I like
she
her
lived very
style.
well,
Okay, you like
She
her style.
dressed. Oh, her
and I
dress.
believe
Her
to a
dress.
certain extent she was a good friend. Like I said, her
Hmm.
and the Tony dynamic I didn't agree with because Tony was a taker and Joan was a giver,
Yeah,
and the givers shouldn't get with takers because they will always take.
always.
But it was a lot of them was out there at that time like that.
And
It
honestly, they mimicked a lot of reality because again, when I
really
watch
they
it
did.
now as an adult, like when I was watching in real time, I was that blind loyalness to friends. I definitely had what Joan had, a blind loyalty to my friends, like
Mm.
regardless, right? Like I don't see they did bad stuff. What you mean they did bad stuff? I don't see that, huh? Who did that? That wasn't my friend. What you mean they did that? You know what I mean? I was like blind to it. So um I feel like I think I wish they would have, for me, I wish they would have gave us the lesson of how to cut toxic friends off. Because they started it with Joan and Toni, but then they did what a lot of people do in our community. They had Joan and Toni go to church, and Toni started crying at church, like at the altar. So then Joan go up there and forgive her. I ain't gotta be holding your hand and doing all that. Like you can repent to the Lord, but we ain't gotta be friends no more. Like I feel like a lot of times back in those days, they didn't really show us how to effectively cut someone that is not good for us off with
Mm.
men, with friends, with family. Like we didn't learn that you can actually set boundaries. You can actually go no contact. You can actually go on with your life and not have someone that is using you, abusing
Yeah.
you, betraying you, constantly hurting you from your life. Like Joan should not have stayed friends with Toni. When Toni went behind Joan's back and messed with her man,
That
Yeah,
was crazy work.
that was crazy.
like
Let's go
intentionally,
on.
what's
You
up,
that
Penny?
man?
Penny's in the building. Yeah,
What up,
intentionally
Penny?
Cause I think I said that to Les. It was like a meme where it said, "Which one would you like let be around your man?" And she said Tony Childs. I said, "Oh, absolutely
Shit, the
not.
devil is a
Tony
liar.
Childs is a cousin Faith, honey. No, 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 no,
Mm-mm,
no."
Okay.
you don't let a werewolf in the hen house.
Okay. You borrow any shoes of mine, you better throw them in the yard and keep going.
He can't stay with me and Kenny and the kids.
And you
No
out here, and
way.
you out here free gaming it. You hit that doctor because he was a doctor, and then use no protection, assuming because he was a doctor that he was a clean man.
I gotta get this on right. Why
The doctors are the worst ones. Ask the nurses.
Yeah, they do say that. Y'all watch Grey's Anatomy? Because I don't watch that show, but I hear it's
I
all
watched
the
episodes, and they 304 in it on there.
That's what they say.
Lord Jesus.
He said, "I ain't got no man." Right, I get that. I get that. But even in the world where I don't have a man, I ain't leaving Tony Childs with him.
Period. She can't babysit my
Brother,
dog.
look, brother, nephew,
Nobody.
no.
I don't trust Tony. She
When you-
constantly called Maya's son the wrong name.
Yes. Oh, they used to go up my spine like, girl, you about to be swallowing
know.
your chicklets if you don't call this boy.
What's
by
up,
his
Jack?
name.
Jackie Day in the chat. What's going on? All right, y'all. I see the movie crew starting to come on in, and y'all let me know. Did y'all watch Girlfriends? If you watch Girlfriends in real time, ever an episode or two, put a fire in the chat so we'll know who we working with. Because some of y'all just here because y'all love me, and I love y'all too. So thank y'all. Y'all gonna learn something today. Y'all learning something. You think she did that on purpose? You mean like slept with her friend's man or call his name, mess up his name on purpose? Thank you for the roses. Like, okay, as a parent that has children, right? That loves your children. Let's say someone in your friend group for years constantly messed up your child's name.
Oh, it
Would
wouldn't go
that
on
ever
for years.
irritate you? Because I would
It
be
wouldn't
so
go on for
irritated.
years. I corrected the first time it happened.
Okay, look here, girl. You need to spell it, take a picture, just remember it.
Right, and I have my son and we've talked about that because both Twin and I both have sons that are on the spectrum. My son corrects you. I ain't gotta correct you. CB, my name is CB.
Okay. Won't he tell his auntie Mimi? Look
You
at
ain't
him.
gonna mess up his name.
Look at him, lady. What?
And people will
Okay,
chop up a
CB.
name, boy. It's like all of my kids' names are spelt the way they are sounded. Like when you say their name, it's spelled exactly the way you say it.
Right. Yes,
And
I
people
named my
still
daughter
get it
London.
wrong.
And when I was saying I was gonna name her London, people was like, "Oh, how you gonna spell it?" I was like, "London." They was like, "Oh, you should put like an I or a Y." I was like, "M9."
Yeah, wait a minute. Is people all right? Is y'all cool out there? Is y'all
I mean,
cool?
I understand people trying to be different or fancy, but I don't want people messing up my child's name, trying to pronounce it, trying to.
And they will chop it the hell up. My name gets chopped up. My name is 5 letters.
Yeah, she said her kids corrected off top. Yeah, okay. But okay, so what if your kids aren't there, but you had a girls' night with your girls and y'all drinking wine and y'all kicking it, and she keeps saying your kid's name, and she like, "Oh yeah, hello, such and such doing it." She just keep messing the name up. I'm gonna cuss her out eventually because you know my child's name, and why you keep playing? Like,
Right.
why? I get that, maybe because she didn't have a child herself at the time, but I got friends that don't have children, and they still respect my kids. They love my
Of
kids,
course.
like nieces and nephews, and they respect
Right.
my children. Like, that's the thing when I say, like, to me, Girlfriends is like reality TV but scripted.
Yeah.
Because when I watch reality TV and I see stuff like Housewives and I see stuff like
Yeah,
Love and Hip
really
Hop,
have.
I'll be like, I would never be in this situation. This is ridiculous. This is not, you know what I mean? Like, this is not real to me. So when I watch Girlfriends now, I say the same thing. Toni could not have been my friend. Toni would have gotten axed out quickly. Like, the moment that chick tried to sleep with my man or did sleep with my man, church wouldn't have helped her.
Now her eye would have just like involuntarily swole up both of them.
It would have been. I would have pulled a It would have been soul food. It would have been. I let the family in and Faith F my husband.
It wouldn't have been about like if the man, because to me that's inconsequential. Like when a woman and that's your friend hunch on your man, that's a different level of disrespect. So yeah, I gotta whop you. I'm gonna get him, but I'm gonna whop you
And
first because we've been knowing each other longer.
people don't understand what Twin is saying, because when it comes to like your man cheating on you or your woman cheating on you, like in a situation, a lot of times people want to go to the person that they were cheating with and not the actual cheater, right? I
Right.
understand that you go to the man, but if you
You
are
go
my
to the
friend,
man.
if you are my friend, it ain't about this man, because I will dump a man that I feel like hurt me,
Right.
betrayed me. I can walk away from him. This is something that I felt like was like a sisterhood, a friendship, a bond, a connection,
Right.
and you betrayed me in the worst way possible. So when that kind of stuff happens, like, you, first of all, you got to catch the fade. Like, it's a part of
Yeah,
it.
we going to barbershop 3 on that.
Right. And then after that, like, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. We can't be friends. I can't let it go. I'm not going to
No.
be able to, work through it, and we can talk it out. We
Ultimate
can't get
betrayal.
therapy. Y'all can't pray for it to go
Nah,
better. It's
listen.
over.
Wait a minute. I done told y'all about
I can't do
walking
it.
by faith and fighting on sight. Now I done
Guess
told y'all
what?
about that. You gonna
Hey,
give me a free.
I leave the faith and all that stuff to the people in charge of that section. I don't belong. I'm part of a different section, so I leave it to the people that had the faith and upliftment and everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
Miss Mason, you got to go back and watch it as an adult, because it hits so different. Like, as a teenager, like I said, it came out when I was 16. It ended when I was 24, right? So when I watched it as a teenager, some stuff was red flag, some stuff was like, but I kept watching it. I was laughing at certain stuff, I was entertained by certain stuff. But then when you watch it as an adult and you actually like have real life experiences, some of the stuff gonna trigger you. Number one, you're gonna be triggered. Like, that ain't absolutely not. And then other stuff just gonna piss you off. Like, or you gonna look at it like, this don't feel real, because this doesn't. Again, that's not how it works. When you, and I mean, so there are some people. I'm gonna say this: there are some people that continue to be around people. I did a contract job once before, and I was working with a coworker. And y'all know, people tell me stories, right? I tell y'all this all the time. People tell me their business. I love it.
girl, me too. I be so wore out.
I'm nosy, so I like it. I ain't gonna hold you. So don't stop telling me y'all stories. If you're listening, you like, shit, no, I do. I want to hear all of the stories, because I learned from y'all. I learned from your experiences. It sometimes guide me not to do the same thing. So keep telling me your stories. But I was at a job I was working at. It was a contract job, and the young lady that I was like working with, she was telling me all her business. She was telling me her story, her life story, or whatever. And she had a baby daddy that she was living with, that she was going with. They had 3 kids together, right?
Damn.
He cheated on her with her best friend, got her best friend pregnant, went with her best friend and lived with her for 6 months, then left her and came back to her and got her pregnant.
Hold on, wait a
That
minute.
ain't happening. Wait a minute. Go back. Go back to the beginning.
Reproductive hopscotch? What's happening?
This brother was playing hopscotch between the friends, right? So the girl I worked with ended up having 3 kids with him. The best friend ended up having 2 kids with him.
Oh my God, he's a little Johnny Appleseed.
Yes.
That's crazy work. And they kids siblings, and these kids got to grow up in this dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Now I wonder what that co-parenting situation looks like. It don't seem like it'll be healthy to me.
Now, this was back in 2016 that I had this contract, and I was Facebook friends with her for a while, but I haven't seen her post in a long time. But again, they were playing hopscotch with this man and trying to one up them. Like, oh, well, he back over here now, girl. Yeah, but he came back to me. Oh, but look,
he ain't even the prize.
Wow.
Y'all playing.
And they were like
Wow.
seriously yo-yoing. Like, it was like, so when she told me the story, I was like, wait, so you turned back and you took him back? Like, what?
Yeah, and then had some more children with him.
And then left her again and went and made another baby with the best friend.
Wow, he saw him coming. He knew they were 2 dumb ditties, and he was gonna be able to play them all day long.
But that reminds me of a Toni and Joan, because why are you like competing back and forth? Like, what is the deal? Because didn't Joan get back with him again?
It's called the Boochie Cat Olympics. These heifers be trying to go neck and neck with their friend about some a man, and then it reminds me of
What's
that
up, cool ones? What's up,
early love and
cool?
hip hop. Peter Guns and Amina and that girl, that other girl
Yes,
Tara.
yes. That's why I said this reminds me of reality TV because I don't know. Like
They cool.
her telling me that story in real time, that's exactly what I said. I was like, y'all should be on Love and Hip Hop. And she started
Exactly.
laughing. And I was like, for real, like, what else is this situation?
Or at the very least, Housewives of Section 8. Yeah. Need to be on something. Shit. Get the bag, girl, because your life is abysmal. You better get paid for your pain, girl.
But I don't feel like okay, so I know that we're not supposed to take the TV shows and the movies as lessons, but I did. And a lot of stuff that a lot of my morals and values that I got came from those things back in the day. But just because I was watching TV, but in real life, going to church, having
For
a
real.
pastor as a grandfather, having certain stuff like that, lead my life, then these would, like confirm, oh yeah, this is how you deal with this. Look, you see,
Housewives of Public Housing, right. The Hood Edition.
there should have been a house. I don't know if I would y'all want to watch that?
Hell no, because I can go outside and watch it.
I guess I'm over toxic television.
I've been over it because I'm sick
I
of
want to watch
I'm sick
nothing
of the
like
wig
that.
snatching and the backbiting and the covert operation, and then
Yeah, I just want
it's a
to see
girls
something
trip, and
new.
I really don't like you and you really don't like me, but we in Italy together.
Yes.
It's just too
Okay.
much, too much
That don't
sauce.
make
Yeah,
sense.
I want to watch something. I don't know. I guess something I can relate to more because that's not something that's going to happen in my life. And I feel like we have to start showing on television other things. That's why when it
Yes.
comes to, like I said, for me, when Girlfriends first came out, I thought I was
Ooh, you
getting
silly cool.
like I thought I was getting like Living Single 2.0. I was all excited, like, oh, okay, this about, homegirls, they like living their life, this, that. I thought that was what it was gonna be. But when you watch Living Single and you see the camaraderie between, Khadijah and Regine and Sinclair, and they
Yes.
actually liked each other. They actually supported each other. They were friends. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that about Girlfriends. Like, when and this is the thing, like I told y'all, I love Joan. I did. I love Joan as far as the character because I could relate to her the most. But she did get on my
Mhm.
nerves. But the moment Toni got married and the way Joan was acting, oh baby.
And when she did that little Keebler Elf man so wrong because he really did love her.
He did love her.
Now
And
you
she did
know,
him so wrong.
Joan.
She wanted to have the status of being with a white T man, but she didn't know how to treat him because she wasn't very good to herself.
I'm about to let Cool
Okay.
Ones up because Cool Ones just said something good. I
And
believe Girlfriends was the
and you
version
know,
of what they designed us to be. I need you to break
oh,
that down to me. What's that mean?
Well, based on how the white tea people view us, right, and how they were fashioning us, because that was Kelsey Grammer's
Yes.
show.
Yes, I said that.
Hmm.
Yes.
So to
Yes.
me, he was designing women, BLK women, to
Mm-hmm.
be a certain way.
Yes.
That's why I say it designed us the way, a certain way. Because it's like, oh, they're educated, they got it going on. They did have one that had a son. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we're gonna
Backstabbing each
do
other, jealous of each other, catty, like freeloading, don't have
They,
no direction, sexually, explicit. Like I agree everything you're saying because
yeah,
when Twin, I think Twin said it was Kelsey Grammer that wrote it. I'm like, yeah, see how you know our stories. You don't know our struggle. You don't know our life. You don't know how we move. You don't know nothing. That's not reality to my life. I have not ever had that type of consistent friend group. Like
right.
if you behave that way, you are no longer in the friend
yeah,
group.
you
We
cut
don't
off.
rock
You had
like
your
that.
past today.
But
Yeah, we don't rock like that.
as we look at it though, the show, and we really think about how it was designed, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women did become that way.
I can hear
That's
you.
true.
Yes,
That's
yes,
true.
yes.
I
I
would
can
agree with
agree.
that.
I think that happens with all of these shows. Like I said, I feel like Girlfriends came out before we got like in the mix of reality TV, because all they did was took that formula and put it on
Yeah,
reality TV and just take it
yeah,
up a notch. As far as
yeah.
the cattiness, that because now they fighting each other. They still messing with each other's men. They still
In their
lying on each other,
40s and
exposing each
50s.
other, taking trips, supposedly fake friends. They got kids, and the bad men ain't staying with them. They can't find a man. Carly Rae got a new man every season. Sierra
Who?
got a new husband every season. Like, this is what it became. And then people will watch those shows and then behave that way in real life.
But then they tell you to get out their business and quit being so focused on their life.
Facts.
Yeah, I think they did that to us way before Girlfriends, way before Living Single, way before all these shows. When you
Yeah,
think
TV
about the
always
old
been.
TV show, Knots Landing,
Yes.
Dallas, what was the
That-
other one with Alexis Carrington and all of them?
Now
Yeah,
y'all
but
saying shows I don't know nothing about. Y'all gonna have to send me all of these suggestions so I can
Oh,
watch
you
them.
don't know nothing about none of them shows.
Girl, you just said
Oh,
stuff
you
in
been
this with
floppy breasts,
flying
diamonds,
over my head.
knots landing,
Yeah.
Dallas.
Well, a lot of those shows, because historically Diane Carroll came in. Dynasty.
That's
That's
the
what.
one I want to watch. I want to watch
Yeah,
Dynasty. I
Dynasty
do
and
know
Watch
about
Dynasty.
Dynasty because after a while Diane Carroll came in, and of course she's the rich upper
You fucked
upper
it up.
echelon black woman, and she dealt with a lot trying to be in that
Did.
world. Yeah,
Yes.
He
so
did. But she
yeah,
was doing it in the dress to the nines and cutting that bitch up
dressed to the
everywhere.
nine, but she was still going about it the same way they would,
Right.
cutthroat, undermined, vicious.
Was
She had
it was
to.
it in retaliation to how they were treating her?
Yes. A lot of the time,
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
Because I feel
I,
like
I,
I can understand that part as like it's a defense mechanism, but I'm talking about a straight up supposedly friend group, right? These are supposed to be friends to each other, and I although I agree with you, it's been starting. I feel like when we put our own stuff out there and we
mhm.
write our own stuff, we portray us in a different light. Like if you look at Living Single and when it ended versus when Girlfriends came, Living Single was created by a black woman. Okay,
Yeah.
she was the writer on this the entire time, and
And
then
okay.
the actors had creative, like input on their characters, on what they would do. That some of the stuff they'd be like, yeah, I'm not doing that. When they would try to make them go a certain way, yeah, no, that don't feel right. That ain't how we would move. That ain't this
Right,
character.
right,
Like
right, right.
they would have corrective, control of that. I feel like with Girlfriends, they just let them be any kind of way, and it didn't even make sense for a friend group. Toni and Joan were childhood friends that grew up together, and the way
Right.
Toni would treat her best friend made no sense to me. It made no sense to me. Like even as what's up, Shine? We got Shine in the building. That's crazy, Babs.
I think they was starting, like I said, at that time to try to transition us to
Yeah,
think the way that they
I
are.
think it worked. I think it worked.
A
It did.
100%. Because
Yeah.
even when you go, what is that, half and half? One
Yeah.
mother was down to earth and cool, and she was left for
Yeah.
a woman who was,
That was
oh my
bougie.
God, and money, 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 and
Well,
that, and the
I
third.
think what I like about Half and Half, because that is a show that I actually watch, and I'll watch the reruns. Like I'll watch that still. Like I like Half and Half. Even though it has
What's up, cousin?
that family, dynamic that was like that. I feel like they still address certain stuff. Like
They
they would say
did.
certain stuff and they would handle it. With Girlfriends, they went to church.
Right.
Like I just don't feel like they had real conflict
What up,
resolution.
cuz?
Not with Toni. Not with Toni. Even Lynn, like Joan did eventually say, "Get out my house," but then Lynn just kept bumming. Okay, I'm gonna go over here to your house. Okay, like it was like, yo, like
But can you look at Can you learn this from Toni? That when
Can
we
you
as
look?
black women get so far into their game, we lose control. Because if we're not meant to be there, we're supposed to be our own creative entities. So if we're not meant to be there, we only can go so far in there, and we're going to possibly lose our minds. Because it seemed like she lost her mind, if you ask me, to be honest.
In a lot of instances, she gave it away. Because a lot of times she set herself up for the rule.
I
Like,
think
girl,
Toni was
like,
just more flawed than people want to say. Like, it's not that I don't believe that people like Toni exist, because they do. Like, she was very self-centered. She was very selfish, very about
Very.
herself, and it is
Yes.
people like that. But I feel like they could have gave us, and again, they didn't because of who the writer was. You know what I mean? And what they
Exactly.
use for ratings. Ratings, again, they don't want to paint us in a great light. They don't want to paint us as emotionally intelligent, as being able to put up boundaries. How dare you do that? Like, they don't
no,
want to
they
show
have
that.
this one black friend, the one that they don't have in their contacts that they see at work. And they say, hey, what do you think about this, Jamal? And Jamal, he a Negro P, and he'll be like, well, I say pull him up by the bootstraps too. Looking at and
Exactly.
then they write a script based on that. Like, it's never like they ask everyday black folks their
Exactly.
perspective
What their
on
life
race.
is, what they go through, how they navigate, how they move. Because I feel like
Why would they?
and then again, they keep talking
Right, you're
about doing
right.
a reboot, y'all. They're trying to do a reboot, either a television show or a movie, and
Of
I don't think
who?
we need it.
We
Of
don't.
who?
We already ran through 72 seasons of Sex in the City. I'm sorry, I can't do it no more.
Of girlfriends or Smacks in the City?
No,
I
they're
said,
trying to do a remake of Girlfriend. They're trying to
Oh
do,
wow.
yeah, they've been trying to either do like a limited series or a movie. They've been trying to do it for a while, but they're really, really close to talking about it now. And I
they
don't
just
really,
leave that alone.
I don't really feel like we need it for what, unless they gonna let us know what happened with Joan's like boyfriend that was like a teacher that went overseas or something.
Well, I think with Toni, they were trying to get us to understand that we can open ourselves up to being with somebody from another ethnic background.
Yeah, I didn't like the way she treated him. Like, honestly,
Treat
like,
him like dirt.
yeah, it wasn't that I didn't like Tony Child dating somebody of a different race. That wasn't the problem. It was the way she was, like little man, little troll. Like, I just did not like her demeanor.
See,
But the reality of it is a lot of us that look like you and I and Queen Bee and everybody else in here that actually act like that, believe it or not. Even not even just to somebody of another color, to their own people.
I suppose so. Ain't nobody act like that to me because I would say something. I
Because
tell
a
you,
lot of these men like that toxicity.
hey, I stopped
yeah.
that dead in its tracks. I don't even, because my grandma used to always say, if you let the disrespect fester, you the fool.
Now listen, now fellas, if you like that, don't complain. Don't complain when she end up being like that. Because again,
And
there are
don't.
red flags early on, and
Mm-hmm.
Tony Childs was giving us red flags from season one.
One. What
Okay.
you say, season uno?
Oh
Who
no,
knows?
she had red flags all over her, like all over her. Like, and again, that's y'all's favorite. That's y'all's favorite.
That's who's favorite.
Most people. When I asked people today, they
That's
said
my
Tony Child.
that's my favorite.
That's most people's favorite. You're not alone in that. That's most people's favorite. Again,
Mm.
like you said, the fashion, the quick snapbacks or whatever, I understand that, but she was an asshole.
I never even thought about who was my favorite.
Yeah, so
Mine
you
was
gotta let
my
me know
favorite
if you.
until she cheated on Daryl. Then she started being my favorite. I was salty at her for that because he was a good man, Savannah, and he could have took her to new heights, and he wound up owning his own business and everything. And it just wasn't enough for her. She had the itchy and the scratches,
Are
and
you
had to
talking
go.
about Maya and Darnell? You think Darnell was
Yes, oh, I
okay? Yeah,
said
yeah,
Daryl, Darnell.
yeah. Yeah, I like Maya too. I think my favorite was Peaches.
Ah, yes. Oh, Waldo from Family
Yeah,
Matters. Yes.
Peaches. That was my favorite.
Hey, he can
Peaches
read
was the
down.
least toxic of the show. Peaches was the least toxic. Okay, like
Okay,
I like.
what about Jill Scott's character on there?
Jill Scott's character. Wait a minute.
Y'all don't remember her being with the
Yeah,
guy
but she
that
didn't have a long role. She was on there briefly because he was with that other girl longer. What was her name? Dang it. What was
the one that
William?
was kind of bossing him around?
The police officer.
Oh, I know who you talking about. I can't remember her
I
name.
can't think of her name either.
Because he almost married her. I didn't like the way William was with her. He was real controlling, trying to make her quit her job. make her be friends with his friends. Like he was really
Man,
trying
it
to
was a
change
lot.
her to fit in his box, and I didn't like that. And then he got with Monica, the controlling one. I didn't like Monica, but I thought she was good for real.
Yeah.
So
Too much.
did you like them trying to put it in there with him and what you call it getting together?
Don't know. Initially, I think I wanted it like in season 1 because it seemed like they were kind of the same person. But the way Joan was acting to him, I was like, all right, she don't like him. So then when they finally did put them together, it didn't fit for me. It was like forced.
And it was like watching like people that been calling each other brother and sister for years getting together. Like it was just
And you could
weird.
tell that Joan was doing it just because she was desperate. Like she was so like, I just want a man, any man, give me a man.
Wayne Brady shitted on her at that party.
But
She
to be
was
honest,
drunk.
don't a lot of us do that?
Yes. Yes.
So there was some realness to it. It just was maybe over exaggerated, maybe.
I mean, I think it was very real because again, I even done that. I dated a friend. Like, all right, well, we friends, so maybe it'll work, and it didn't. So, you know, like sometimes you can't just force something.
Are y'all still friends?
What'd you say?
Are y'all still friends?
We have a child. We're divorced.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right, okay. But are y'all still friends?
We're co-parents. We don't have a choice.
No. Just because you're co-parents don't mean you're friends.
I think I'm able to co-parent so well with him because we were friends. If that helps.
Okay.
Like, we have a really good co-parenting relationship.
Yeah, she said word. That's past tense.
Yeah, and I think that comes because we were friends.
Okay, so they're not friends now.
I wouldn't say he my homie. I mean, you know, he wasn't a great husband, so you can't be friends with.
Well, you can because you gave it a try, right? It just didn't work for you all, but it shouldn't stop you from being friends.
I mean, married people's business is different than, you know what I mean? We was just friends. As a friend, he was great. As a husband, he was not. And that will that reflect how I feel afterwards? Yes. You can't just cut that off. I mean, I know how it was in the marriage. As a father, he's great. So I have to look at the great qualities versus that one quality. But that if I didn't have to be friends with him, I wouldn't be because of the marriage, because of the way I was treated in the marriage. It just wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm able to get over it because we have a child and it's important for us to raise our kids. I'm able to get over it because we were good friends. And even as co-parents, he still shows up like as he was as a friend. So I'm able to like, you know, navigate. It ain't like just co-parent, like what's up co-parent? Like I'm cool with him. I wish him well. I want great things for him. I don't want nothing bad. So it's not like a bitter thing. But I have guy friends that are my friends. He's not in that box no more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Will you ever get married again?
Yes.
Absolutely. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I want
I just had to go grab my cross and garlic. Y'all said the M word.
You said no to it. You said
I
no.
said fuck no to it.
I'm not rushing to get married no time soon. Like no time soon. But I'm not against marriage. I love marriage. I love
me 24/7. I don't want none of that. Leave me alone. I'll live longer because a man don't live with me.
You know what? That's good that you're not like Joan though, because Joan definitely wanted to get married. So it's a good thing that you ain't like marriage.
I think a lot of women definitely want to get married, but I think the sad part about it is we went from wanting to be married to it's okay if we do or we don't to now we just 100% living in a hookup culture.
It's a lot of women now that I've talked to that do not want to get married.
I'm hooking up my rolls to the wall and charging.
Oh my God.
It's really different. And it's young women that don't want to get married. It's young women that's like, nah, I'm good. I'm focused on this. I don't want to have no, and they serious. They real serious. When I tell y'all that somehow, and this is why I talk to the nieces and nephews so much, because somehow my algorithm has shifted and my following has become younger adults, right? So I'm talking to them because I want to give them life experience. I want to help put them on like I wish somebody else did for me. And a lot of young people are not, even young men are not wanting to get married. They're like, no. So that's kind of sad because I do
But when
believe
I
in
ask
marriage.
a lot of them why, it's always a fear based. It's fear based.
I
I
mean,
don't know
I
how to
would
get.
understand you. I understand why though, because they don't have examples of successful marriages.
They
Well,
really don't.
I respect that, but I'm not talking about. Most of the time, I hear it, it's always something that surfaces, like my money. I don't want to have to share my money.
Well, that's I think that a lot of when I hear people don't want to share their money, I hear
They don't be having those. The ones that be
okay
saying,
for real. Be people that's trying to guard stuff that they ain't got, but
Okay.
also I hear that more so from the men that are like 35 and up. Like I hear a lot of men that are 35 and up age bracket saying they don't want to get married because that woman can end up getting half of what he got, end up in divorce. And they'll say like a marriage is more for a woman than for a man. And I don't agree with that, but this is, what like they're saying in their minds. When it comes to women and that are 35 and up that I've talked to that are saying they don't want to get married, it is more so because they don't feel like the men are good husbands, are good leaders, are faithful, are providers, are like all of these things. So they can do it by themselves. Why do I need to get a partner that's not going to be a partner? So that's what they're saying. And young
Right.
women are saying the same thing because a lot of young women are being approached by the older men and they're peeping game early.
right, because they all broke and busted and need a DNA.
I've
Okay.
never understood how somebody that's
Put them
broke,
keys up. We know what them keys about.
like
Right.
I never understood how someone that is really truly broke, ain't really got nothing to their name, is gonna be
Nothing.
like, I mean, you just trying to trap me for what, bro?
For
What you
what?
got?
I'd
Well,
rather trap a
when it comes
raccoon.
to the younger people, I want them to realize too that it's not about just money and the fear of just because there are a lot of people that want to share with you. But if you go into it with a closed mind, it's going to be hard to run into those people.
I hear what you're saying, but also if you don't go in with your eyes open, you can walk into some bull crap and you wasn't even
Okay.
prepared for it.
There's men.
It is some really really messed up people in this world.
Woo, girl, you say it again for the GED section.
It is really
Okay.
some messed up people in this world. It's
And
some
more
people
messed
that
up
will
than
put a
not.
mask on in the beginning and snatch that thing off, and you will be like,
Yes.
what did I get myself into? That happens to men and to women. So
Yes.
I'm that person that came into life a hopeless romantic, thinking that nobody would do me dirty. And for a long time, even in the few relationships that I had as a young adult, the men treated me decent. I didn't get treated bad by men. And it wasn't until I got with an older man that I realized, like, oh, wait a minute. They ain't tell me nothing about this.
This
Right?
Okay.
chapter was left out the book.
Right. I didn't have the language. I didn't have the vocabulary. I didn't understand what was going on. I just knew it was not right. But
Right.
again, when you're not prepared for it and you're just thinking, I mean, I need to be in love. I need to be this. I'm looking for happiness. I'm looking for, you know what I mean? You don't really know. That's why I said I wish shows like Girlfriends would have gave us another perspective versus just chasing the man. Chasing a man, get with a man, get with, you know what I mean? And they just showed us more how to navigate life, how to navigate relationship, how to navigate ending a relationship that's not
Right.
healthy, how to navigate ending a friendship that's not healthy, a family relationship that's not healthy. The thing is, they don't really teach you how to walk away. They teach you how to hold on and how to stay in
I've
situations.
never seen any situation, even prior to Girlfriends, where they taught us how to walk away.
I watched Regine leave a cheater on Living Single. He had a wife and she ain't had no problem lumping him.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
I seen, like, I mean, I seen, like me and Regine had, she was dating somebody and Cal stood up for her because he called her out her name and she was like, and you ain't
Yeah.
gonna do this either. Like, I needed to see them show Joan with a backbone.
Yeah.
Like, I needed to show Lynn step up and really do some stuff. Like, she ended up going the music route, which I just felt like you had all these degrees, you did
The
all of this
degrees.
schooling.
And now you
You want to
beatboxing
be
on
a
the
singer.
mic.
But why should her gifts be discounted because of that though?
It's
Why
not that.
waste
It's just
everybody's money and keep doing the schooling because she was a leech?
Well, I don't like that part, but I'm saying there have been plenty people who have discovered after years of working in the corporate,
She didn't do
corporate
none of that though.
classroom.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Like she kept using school as an excuse to escape doing something, right? She kept using school, being a professional grown student, and then after that, she tried to take something else that was easy.
Well, here's the thing: if they allowed her the behavior, didn't they?
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It would have been nice to see someone hold her accountable, to show her like this ain't it. Because what it did was it showed people, hey, you can actually do this. You can be lazy and bum on your friend's couch. Oh, that didn't work. Try to be a superstar. Try to sing. Like I'm just saying, it didn't show us like how to really navigate the world. And again, it's a white person producing it. He don't want us to grow. He don't want us to use our degrees and become something great. No, go to school, waste all that money, but don't use your education. Don't you dare do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was all like a thing. Like, why couldn't you show black people in a positive light doing something? Because even when she did that singing stuff, it wasn't nothing.
And she was 304 on it.
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, can we look at it too like it was still kind of realistic to how we still are even to today?
Does that mean it's good though?
No. You didn't hear me say that.
Yeah.
Don't be putting that on.
Right. No, I'm agreeing that it's a realistic thing, but show us a solution. Show us another way. Like we had shows like
That
Different
takes
World.
who wants to watch the solution?
I do. I love A Different World. I love The Cosby Show.
No. Because we're a whole different breed of people, but that breed is looked at as really small.
But I
That's
feel
why
like
a lot of these shows that are negative have been so popular because so many people love the negativity.
right, but before the negativity was put out there, the positivity was very popular. They wanted to get away from that, so they put out this negative and they pushed it and they put money behind it.
Somehow it shifted.
Because positivity was thriving at one point. People was watching that stuff. It was thriving. It was number one on the channel. Black people were showing up, watching and supporting these positive shows. So it's not like we don't like it. They dumbed us down and we let it happen.
They dumbed us down or we dumbed us down. Because
They
I'm gonna
dumbed
tell
us
you right
down
now,
and we
I look
let
at
them.
television as that was the way for them to program us from a
We could have
long,
turned
long
it off
time
though.
ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like they dumbed us down and we let it happen. Even now with the algorithms, what they push out there for us to see is us fighting with each other 24/7. But
Yeah.
that's not the only thing out there. But that's what they push in our face. There's a lot of positive content creators. There's a lot of positive podcasts. There's a lot of positive TV shows and talk shows. They don't push in the algorithms though. Oh, absolutely not. They want us to stay dumb and stagnant.
Well, they have some that they do. Like I see a lot of like the ones like ministers and stuff like that. It'd be a lot of people.
And I guess in a big pool of negativity, you got a couple of positives.
Yeah, you got a couple
That's
of
what you're talking about. I'm talking about what they pushing, what they want us to see. Because even I have to intentionally block the stuff I don't want to see. I have to intentionally say, I don't want to see this. No. And they constantly try to show it to me. I have to intentionally follow pastors and follow therapists and people that's like in happy relationships. I have to intentionally constantly do it.
Yeah, I was about to say
Keep pushing.
we create our own algorithms.
Right. But that's now. But back in the day, they was forcing it. And I feel like having writers that don't know our stories, that's creating stuff
Yeah,
and
they were
creating
forcing it.
situations for us, was dumbing us down because it did influence. Because again, a younger dynamic of people are watching it. Like when I was a kid, people was watching Different World. Black kids going to an HBCU. So black kids was going to college. They was getting degrees. They was doing it because that's what they was showing us. But then when they start showing us toxicity and drama and popping bottles, that's what they doing.
And now we got Zeus Network.
Now we got Zeus Network.
What's that?
Starting all back over again.
I don't watch not one show on Zeus Network, but I know a lot of y'all do.
Not
Is it
one.
Zeus or Zeus?
It's Zeus.
Zeus, the Olympian mythical man, Zeus.
Oh,
All right, let me see. What did he say? Okay, so wait. Miss Mason said when she was younger, she didn't want to be a wife, but now that she's older and she's lived, she wants to. And she said growing up, she didn't see healthy marriages, so she didn't want no parts of it. Like, that's the truth. Like, young people, if they don't see a healthy marriage, how can they be inspired to have one?
I've seen them. I still don't
I'm
want
gonna say
to.
this. I was blessed because I ended up with from a single mom to 2 foster homes where both I had a mother and a father. But even outside of them, I've seen a lot of negative marriages, but that never, for some reason, that never took my hope away that that's not possible. Even up until now, at the big old age that I am now, I still believe that there's possibilities.
I think
I don't want to go to my grave with that mindset. I'm sorry for other people that whatever they've been through, I apologize for whatever they've been through, where they had to lose their hope. Yeah, that's
I mean,
sad.
it's sad, but it's the reality of it. People that grew up with single parents and they never seen, there's people whose mother never had nobody, never seen their mother be treated right. They never seen like it's just, if it's not in their environment, that's one thing. Like I remember talking to a guy and he said early on an early date, he wanted to know about my background, like how I grew up. Was my father in my life? Did I have positive men? How I view men? Because he said that played a major role on how women treat men if their fathers in their life. That was his experience.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's true. But I learned the same thing about men. How a man talks about his mother or loves his mother is a reflection on how he talks about and treats you. Not saying you want a mama's boy that's clingy and rely on his mama for everything, but you want a man that loves his mother, that respects his mother. You know what I mean? That has like some type of relationship and care for his mother. That's really important. I've learned
I want a mama's boy that has limits. Like I want a mama's boy who does rely on his mother until his wife comes into play. I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, after you get married, if you still mama, then somebody missed
How
some.
do you know when to turn it off if you never get a chance to before marriage? Because if you want a man that's mama, and kill the marriage.
Once you all get to that point where he says, I want to be in a relationship with you. Because somehow during that, because remember I said yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? I said the biggest problem with a lot of us is we've lost patience. Like we feel like everything is microwave and processed. We got to have it like right now. I need to see it right now. But what's wrong with being patient and letting him show you his actions rather than just his words?
I agree with that, but I feel like sometimes people use patience as an excuse to never get it right.
Yep.
Who's using it for that?
Like sometimes it's like, cause no, I can tell you off of rip. I know a man that was not in his child's life, right? The child got 10 years old. They had a conversation because life was changing or whatever. They had a conversation about the child. She said, you ain't ever been there. When you gonna get it together? The child is 10 now. He said, I'm the father. I should be able to take as long as I need. You can't rush this process. I can take as long as I want to.
Oh, baby, that was a red flag. You have to run when he says some shit like that.
But it's been 10 years. So how much more patience do you need?
No, I'm not talking about patience in that way.
Right, but that's what and it's not in just that situation, but that's what I mean. Like there could be a man that's not ready to get married, not ready to commit, and he will be with you. Well, baby, I ain't ready. Don't rush me. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's just a piece of paper. Why you gotta rush?
So we went straight to the negative of what I was saying.
Yeah, sometimes we just too patient. Like
No. I'm not. Listen, I don't want what I was saying to be taken that way because that's not where I'm going.
Okay.
When I say be patient, it's like you don't need to rush to think that you're gonna see certain things up front. You need to be patient, rush before you get in the bed with him. Everything that he done said, he needs to show you actions
now,
of.
You know they don't like that. What you playing? You grown. What you mean I gotta wait to get in the bed? Hold on.
Okay, but if he is such a rush, I mean, isn't that a red flag?
It is.
So we was talking about. So when I say take your time, when you take your time with a person and you're really serious, you're marriage minded. You will figure out if he or she is marriage minded or not. If they feel like everything needs to be on a push, well, we got come on now, shit, do it. Come on, I want it.
I like that, and I think with that, when it comes to sharing your physical body and having soul ties with someone, you have to be very careful when you allow that. Because once you allow that, you have certain expectations. Even your body has certain expectations. You know, the endorphins come and you start having an attachment to a person, even if you ain't really trying to, you know, do that. It rushes the whole situation. So you're not as patient because y'all done already crossed that line. So being patient might mean being patient when it comes to that. And that's going to actually eliminate a lot of red flags, because a lot of people that's not marriage minded or intentional ain't going to wait. They don't want to wait.
Let me tell you, they didn't. What's the day? The 5th?
Yeah.
4 more days, it'll be 4 years. When I tell you, you tell somebody, I'm not trying to rush to hop in the bed. I don't need to. I'm going to get in the bed and open my legs when I am ready to deal with the consequences of what comes out of it.
And when you say that, what does majority people do?
We stop talking after a while. That's why I'm where I'm at. But I'm okay with that because I reserve the right to give my stuff away when I'm ready to deal with.
I know that's
not calling me the next day. Or you calling me the next day.
Tell the nieces and nephews to both protect their bodies, because it ain't just a woman too. Men, your body is precious too. Your body is, and your sperm is important. Don't give it to everybody.
When I used to go live and tell men that their bodies and they're just as worthy of being with the right person and giving their bodies to the right person, do you know I would get cussed out?
Mm-hmm. Because it's not a gender thing. I think young men need to be picky too. Young men need to like start rationing out, not giving it to everybody, you know, but again, I was just told by one of the people in the chat now that it's something about the coochie. They can't help it. It's like it's powerful. It be
so they don't have discipline. That's all that is.
Right. That's the thing. You gotta have some discipline, men and women. Wait a minute. Let me get a couple of more of these comments. So Penny said, there's men out here trapping women. For sure. There are. Like, people just think it's women trapping men. No, it is some men that will trap a woman too.
That's old.
Yes. A lot of guys don't see the other side of it because they only know the male side. But one thing I try to explain is there's another side of it. And they be thinking we extreme with our stories. But and I be like, I know you know some dudes that's like this. Even if you're not like this, you know men like this. So stop making it seem like we're exaggerating.
But you know the difference between them and us is men don't have these a lot of men don't have the in-depth talks that we do. Yeah. See, we might have a girlfriend that might be like, Julie, girl, I did it, shit. I want to have it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But guys, they're not going to tell each other that because that doesn't look masculine.
Right.
But they're not going to tell you. I purposely nutted up in that. They're not going
to definitely create spaces so they can have these conversations more, because y'all need it.
They cry about child support though.
Not even just child support. How about I told her I don't want the baby, so she shouldn't have had it, and because she had it, I don't feel like I should have to help take care of the baby. What?
The weirdest thing, Twin said it. The weirdest thing is a man saying he got to babysit his kid.
Where you going?
Babysitting
what? Babysitting your own kid.
He was like, I got to babysit my kids. I said, whose kids?
Yeah, I ain't know I was going to be trapped for the weekend with my kids.
Right back.
I said, whose kids? He said, my kids. I said,
so let me see, y'all. Let me read this comment here. We got Big Daddy Wink, because I want to shout out to the men too that's in the chat. He said, I got y'all. And Miss Pat show, she showed young ladies how to walk away. I do, and I've talked about Miss Pat. I like the Miss Pat show. Miss Pat show is definitely a little more vulgar.
Who is Miss Pat?
And she's a comedian.
Real.
Her show was on the BET channel, the BET Plus network.
She used to be with Tyler Perry?
No.
So I don't know her. Y'all have to look that up.
No, this is her own thing.
Yeah, she has like a sitcom, but it's not what we used to. So I have to give people a warning.
All 27 minutes. They cussing you on the commercial. Like, do you need some damn paper towels?
Yeah, you get
it. BET After Dark.
You gotta look at Pat, baby.
You getting Twin 2.0. With Miss Pat.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Baby.
Don't give me too much, Twin. Don't give me too much.
And it be good, too. It's good, too.
That's why I said 2.0, because she he
That
didn't
ain't
want to
none of
be
me.
you.
Oh
I'm
wow.
telling y'all, the first time I saw Miss Pat, I was like chilling, and it was like background noise, and I was like, "What is this?" Like it
I
was.
got a 20-year-old son
It's,
from
but
someone
I
trying
gave
to
it a
trap me.
chance. I gave it a chance. I sat and I watched it, and it's a good
It's
show.
good.
Like they
Yeah, it
give
is.
good lessons, and it's like some good, but it's a
Good
lot
lessons.
though. Like the language, I really, and I know that this might sound like judgy or whatever, but I wish it wasn't so raw because I feel like more people could get the lessons and the message if she wasn't being so raw with it. You know what I mean? Because it's again, we don't have TV shows we could sit with our family and get lessons. Like we could watch The Cosby Show, we could watch Family Matters, we could watch
Right,
Fresh Prince
right.
as a family, and everybody could get something. We don't have that no more. And Miss Pat could be that, but it's just too vulgar.
And you
Way
know,
too
this
vulgar.
just like on here, right? If you scrolling up and you just going through your little feed, and
Mm-hmm.
they have the little infomercials here, the little reels where they got, let's say, it's a cream for your face.
Mm-hmm.
They like, bitch, you didn't know you can
Yeah.
get da 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 da, and I'm like,
Yeah,
wait a
yeah.
minute.
I see that. I
So
see
you
that.
And I
listen.
get it. It's just the world we
To
in
me,
now.
you know
Like,
what it looks like? It looks like you have already degraded me. You're insulting me to think that you can cuss at me and have me buy a product. If you
yeah.
never had to do that before, why do you have to do it now? So
Right.
it's
I don't know why they
kind
be
of like
cussing
that.
like
Trying to
that.
be
It's
edgy,
yeah,
trying to be
it's
trendy.
that. But again, that's where we are now because again,
Yeah, that's where we
that's
are.
what happened. Like I said, we got
But we trying
girlfriends
to help these
first.
nieces and nephews, though. We go out help the nieces and nephews. We got to
Yes.
bring them back, though.
Turns
We
Yes,
got
I
to bring
got
them
okay.
back.
Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I got Penny in here. She said men need to have some self control. Miss Mason said I got a 20-year-old son from someone trying to trap me. See, it happens all the time. Girl, 17-year-old daughter.
mine about to be 30. Mine about to be 30. 30. Well, how old is he gonna be? Lord, I don't even know. 38.
Yeah. We got Booby in here. She said the language is a bit much. It turns people off from the message, right? And then we got Jay saying I think it's on point because it shows a part of the black experience, more modern, more hood. I agree. I think it's great. It's very much adult, right? I don't
Right.
think that it's a bad show, but it's an adult show. And I think that is their target. I don't think they want, families.
Yeah,
I
but you
just
know
wish.
these little kids got the access to the BET Plus and they
Right.
watching it.
But even
Okay.
even even if it's something for the adults, great. I just wish that some people would put something out that would be more friendly to children too. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that Miss Pat herself has to change her
No,
thing,
'cause,
but
yeah,
I
she.
feel like some of the messages that they give would be really good if it was in a family syndicated type of environment because they give some really good messages. Like I've watched all of it and there are some really great messages in that show. Like I've watched it and I'll be like, yo, that's what's up. So I
But
wish
why
that
are we so okay with everything being pointed back to the hood? We all live in a neighborhood. But I
Right.
didn't come up with around people that thought it was okay to call each other the B word and things like that. I don't have not one friend of mine that would tell you I'm okay with that. Because the first time you think it's okay to keep calling me the B word, we will no longer be friends.
I get it because I was like that. I remember when I first started doing I Candy After Dark, and I had a show that was called "Why You Calling Me a B?" because I didn't understand that was like a term of endearment at the time, and I was like, it was like I was hearing it more and more, and this is like back in 2011. This is a while ago. But I was like, why you calling me a B? Like that ain't, because that was fighting words when I was coming up. You ain't calling nobody no B. Who you talking
Right.
to? Like
They
you
had a
ready to
whole
fight? Like
song. Who
scrap,
you
scrap.
calling on me? You
Right.
and
We was
I,
scrapping. You
boy.
call me a B. So it's a different day. They've turned it to a term of endearment. I understand some people don't like it. You gotta respect people's wishes. I get that. And I agree with you when you say not everybody is from the hood. I feel like sometimes representation matters, and I feel like Miss Pat is giving us her experience because she grew up in a certain type of hood. She had
And
a
that's fine. For
yeah,
those
so
people
she
that
it's
like
her
that,
life.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
So
feel
I,
like some people watch that and they like, yo, I get it. I get the message. Yeah, because of the way she's doing it. It's people that grew up in environments like her. So I feel like her show is great for them. But watching her show, actually watching every single episode, I feel like some of those messages and lessons will be good for other people of other hoods, but they can't watch it because of the delivery. So even if you don't watch Miss Pat, it would be nice if the producers, the
Mm-hmm.
directors, or somebody want to give me some money so I can do it myself, will put something out that'll be better
You
for
said
families.
somebody want to give me some money.
I'm just saying.
So
I
that's
think
just like me. I don't watch movies like
Millionaires and
Hey,
I
billionaires.
yes,
don't watch
they are.
movies like Friday and people stuff like that. People be like, "What? You don't like Friday?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not."
That was my shit. That's still my shit. I'm talking about watching for
Okay, pimp
I
down.
like Friday. I
Tell him,
like
pimp
Friday.
down.
I
Pimp in his
I can't roll with it. I'm sorry. I don't like a lot of our I'm gonna be honest, a lot of our black comedy movies.
know. Okay. I can understand that. I'm not a fan of Boys in the Hood like that because they
No, I don't like Boys in the
unalive my
Hood. I don't.
Morris. They unalive Morris, baby. I'm not happy.
Not you gonna go with one character.
You
I
take
don't
Morris
like
out. I
how
don't
he
like
think everybody.
When they kept Cuba, he was cute back
I
then.
don't care about Cube. I care about Morris.
What was Mrs. Babb saying?
Ricky!
Right. And that's crazy. All the dudes in that car are gone now. They're deceased.
Yes,
Oh,
everyone is
man.
gone now. That's so sad, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, so
sorry.
I understand that. Let's see what we got. There are blacks and African Americans. We are. Yeah, we do. You're right. And that's one thing. You broke down to me. You said you got the N's, the N words, and you got the African Americans.
Right.
Yeah, that's what Chris. Remember that was Chris Rock. He was like, "I love black people, but I hate niggas." Y'all remember that when he did
Yeah.
that?
Right. And I feel like Miss Pat show is more geared to the end. That's how she grew up. She grew up in the hood. She was actually a drug dealer. She was she had
A smug dealer.
Okay, a
I
smug dealer.
guess.
She had her first kid at like 13 by a married man.
Oh
She was
wow.
grown. Like she's had a really, really rough life, and she talks about it in her like
Okay, I can
comments.
respect her now. I can
But she
respect her
also
now.
talks about
Yeah.
it in her show. Her show is based off of her life. So if you watch that show, you get to see exactly her sister was on drugs. Like you get to see exactly she's telling her story. So it's reality for her, and it's like it becomes
Okay.
a dramatic, like sitcom. So it's actually really good. And as an adult, you should watch it. You grown, you can handle the language. You're gonna be a little
Right.
bit, but you can handle it.
Listen,
But
Yeah,
I
I'm
but
sure
Tammy
I can
take,
handle it, and I might even like it and love it because we all. If you live wherever Cincinnati, listen. If you know anybody that lived in Winton Terrace, like
Right.
family, friends, whatever,
Exactly.
we all got a Miss Pat. We
Yes.
all got
That's
a
why
Miss
I
Pat in our
liked
lives.
it.
Yeah.
It just took a minute. I think after the third episode, because I binged it. After the third episode, I was like, I like this. Like I got used to the language, but the language is initially very shocking. And I understand it ain't gonna be shocking for everyone. But if you grew up like me, a little middle class, a little bit, a little different.
Yeah.
I was a Brandy fan. You got your Brandy and your Monicas. I was sitting up in my room doing a banquet bound. Okay.
Oh yeah, I love me.
Girl.
So for me, it was very like, okay. And Booby said that's too much trauma for me. Thank you, Booby. Thank you. That's what I say all the time. Like when I go to the movie theaters, I don't want to leave traumatized. The world is traumatic enough. Reality is terrible enough.
Yeah,
I watch a television show or a movie. I want to escape. I want to be happy. I want to be in my happy space. I don't want to be sad and upset and hurt and be triggered. I just want to be happy and feel free for a moment. This is my moment to escape reality.
Yeah,
I don't want that. So I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to look it up and watch it. But to me, I can contend with a lot of things.
To me, because I started learning about Miss Pat before I started watching. Like the first time I saw it, I was shocked. Like, what is this? And I just kind of kept it moving, right? But then I started learning about Miss Pat, like a little bit later. And I was like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? Hearing her story and what she's been through. So it made me go back and actually watch the show.
to the first
And I was
season.
like, oh, okay, yeah.
And I love Tammy in there. Tammy is playing that role. You hear me?
Hilarious.
Yeah, she is.
That's
And
hilarious.
Rhoda plays her sister in it. I mean, it's a nice story though. Like again, she had these kids initially with her first baby's father. She had 2 kids. He was a married grown man. She was a teenager. And then when that relationship finally ended, she got with another man who had a good job at General Motors. He came in, got her insurance, took her kids on as his own, loved them, and they had kids. Got her out the hood.
So that goes to prove that that all these people that want to sit today and make it seem like it's so, I'm not saying it's not immoral, but we've been telling people for years that I know somebody who grandmother married at 13. So this abuse that they is so widespread now, that was a big thing back then.
Very big back then. Very
Yeah,
big.
but they were still being abused and violated. It's still
They were no. I'm not definitely not taking away from that, but I will say in a lot of situations where a man would take on a woman and do that with her, if it was a father in the scenario, oh, you gonna marry my daughter because now you done put her in a situation. Now you gonna take care of her. You gonna do right by her, or you gonna be taken up out of here.
Yeah. With that pew pew
That with that pew
wedding. A pew pew
pew.
wedding.
Yeah, you had. Hey, look, if nothing else, he had pew pew thoughts in the back of his mind.
For real. No, my great grandmother got married at 13, and her and my great grandpa had 14 kids.
Oh, Jesus.
see, and then nobody
I
want to do
really
that.
wish that I was able to, like, they're both no longer here, and it's a few of the children that are still here.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know anything like deep, like bad. Like, did she like it? Did she not want to get married? Did she not want to have all these kids? Like, I wish I was able to, like, really ask her, those questions. But back then you ain't ask people questions like that. You couldn't ask
Oh
them. They
no,
wasn't
you'll
telling you
get
nothing.
cussed out.
And I wasn't, by the time my great grandmother passed, I was still a teenager. Because if I would have had her now as a grown person, I'd be asking her all her business. I'm so nosy. I asked you, I don't care.
You know what they'll tell you? Now, babies, you going to mind your business now.
No, they'll tell you. You just gotta ask them.
No. When I've asked older people, because I was one of those inquisitive kids, I asked too many
But that was
questions
probably
now.
because you was a kid. They also feel like kids should stay in kids' place. Because there's a lot of older people now. Because whenever I meet somebody that's older, girl, I sit and pick all of their brain. I want every bit of knowledge they have to give
Story
me.
now.
And a lot of them tell you, like, the older ladies are the ones that said, get you a side, bank account to the side and put it to the side. Don't do this. They tell you. Why do they tell you? Because
Yeah,
they've been through
as
it.
I got older, I saw a lot of my mom's friends go through cheating husbands and stuff like that. I learned in that way because I hung with my mama. I was adopted at 14, so it was me and my mama. We was hanging buddies, so I was around all her and her older girlfriends. So I
Okay.
was sitting there getting all the new girl. That nigga done cheated on me. He done put
Yeah,
it back
yeah.
in something.
Now sometimes, like, I was the kid that movie said they would talk to you as an adult. They will give you way more information when you're grown. Like, don't hesitate to ask your elders. If you are still blessed to have some elders, men and women in your life, y'all take some time out to sit and talk to them
To them.
because they will put you on game. Like,
Yes,
ask
they
them
will.
questions. Real questions, not surface questions.
OGs. Go to
Ask
the
them real
OGs.
questions
You
because
know,
they
one of
will
the
put you
best
on game.
jobs is to have a private duty job, like a private aide,
Oh, to
and
take
you
care of
let
some. Yes, I did
and,
that. Ooh,
and you
I
get
had
to
a
sit
Jewish
and talk
lady.
to these women because there's women that were traumatized
Yes.
essays when they were young. Like you said, they had babies when they was young, and
Mm-hmm.
they got to a point where they end up selling themselves, and that's how they made that money. That's how they went to college and so
And
many
they'll tell
things.
you. They will let you
Yeah.
know their story, what they did, how to avoid certain stuff. I think, again, this is why we're seeing a lot of this situation with the men and women being so divided is because we're hearing these stories about what was going on. And then a lot of these guys are saying, well, we like it like the old days. Nah, back in the day, these ladies wasn't happy as y'all think they were. Granny ain't like what she was going through, bruh.
They know
I
they
don't
want
want
us.
to be
They
like
want us.
Granny. You
They
trying to
want
make
us
me
like
like her?
them. They want us saying, "Okay, baby, whatever you say, baby,
Yeah,
whatever."
nope.
We ain't
Nope.
doing that, boo
Because
boo.
Granny told us this ain't it. Get you an
Yeah,
education,
it's
go to
real.
school, get you a job, put you some money to the side. Granny
Yeah.
let us know up front what you need to do. So, like I said, I'm that woman that is still very much so. I love. I'm all about marriage and relationship, but it needs to be right. We
Mm-hmm.
ain't going back to this unhealthy way. A real true partnership is we both putting in on this, not somebody working harder than the other, someone this, that, and the other. It needs to be truly a partnership because we are in 2026. Women are working, they have careers, and if they are at home, taking care of the household is a lot of work.
It
Like,
is.
it's a lot of work. You don't get to make somebody belittle their job and what they do and what they give to the relationship. If they're making things easier for you to come home and relax, that needs to be appreciated.
So can
So
Yeah.
I ask you this about girlfriends when it comes to Toni? Did she marry? Because I can't remember. Did she marry him because she thought he had a bunch of money and he was going to
Yeah.
be able to?
yeah, Tony did. She totally
He
married him
went
because she
broke
thought he had
dating
the
her.
money. And then
He
when she
went
found
broke.
out he didn't, she was all like, "Oh no!"
So that's
Like,
what I was about to say. I think that's a lesson to be taught because you don't marry somebody because you think because they look a certain way that they're going to be able to take care of all your
well,
needs.
she ain't like the way he looked. That was a hard problem for her.
By the time she was loving Todd, Todd was gone. Told she was
Right.
in love with
And then
Todd.
Booby said she was in love with Ty. I think that eventually she did fall in love with Ty, but I think she still was disrespectful when she was in love with him. Like, I know people love Toni and that's their favorite, but Toni was so toxic.
She was annoying. I thought she was highly annoying to me.
She
She
was
was so
very.
toxic. And I don't feel like they ever let her really truly redeem herself. And I think that's what made me mad. If they would have at least got to the point where she
Hmm.
was able to redeem herself,
Hmm.
right? She said she was just a narcissist. Yes, I realized that me and narcissists can't get along.
I don't think narcissists can get along with many people, man.
But does that mean they're unlovable? They shouldn't have nobody? Because I feel like everybody deserves somebody,
Not
but you don't
until
have
they
to
go
get
to
killed.
therapy.
Because narcissism is a problem. Like, no
But to
person has
be
to deal
honest,
with
if
that.
if you talk to most therapists, even
Mhm.
if a narcissist go to therapists, it's still hard to really want to be with them because some of them would turn therapy into something just to use to manipulate people
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
So that just goes to show it's terminal. These
Yeah,
narcissists,
all the way. All the way.
nephews and nieces leave a narcissist
Oh
alone.
yeah, baby,
But you
stay
know, the
away.
first
I
thing
don't
I
even
be
have a
saying
kid.
is, I
I've
even
only
went to
dealt with
therapy to
one.
try to make our relationship work, and she still treated me so bad.
Wow.
Let me tell y'all about a narcissist. It is not something that just stops when you walk away.
It does not.
They continue to torment and bother and harass you regardless of if you leave them or you don't. So it is
I got
best to
12
not even
reasons
get
why they gonna leave me
involved.
alone. I got
That's
12 reasons why they
what you
gonna
gotta
leave me
do. What
alone.
you gotta catch these real early. Pay attention to them signs, y'all, and run. Cause oh my God.
And one
Oh
of
my
the main
goodness.
ones is that love bomb and shit in the
Ooh, and
Yeah,
beginning.
that gets you.
they
That
love
gets you,
that.
especially if you haven't ever been treated nicely. Like if you haven't ever really truly dated. What I'm learning is a lot of women out here haven't ever really been courted or dated the proper way. So when a
No.
narcissist
It's
comes in the
always
picture
neck, dicks, and
and they
chin.
give you that, oh, you be like, oh, thank you so much. I never, and you just embrace it because it's nice initially. But baby, that the way they could change that up on you,
The strings come attached.
ooh, and it
Let
is
me help you
not.
out with that.
Yeah.
If you get in a situation and a man start doing all of that and you're not used to it, you're not ready for a relationship either.
Mm.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I can actually go with that.
Go
Yeah.
journal, touch grass, get your life together, then come back.
There
Then
you go,
come
Pray
back.
Booby.
about it.
Booby says it upsets their spirit when they can no longer control your opinion of truth. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I would
it
agree with
upsets
that
them
too.
to where they become a little obsessed with it. Like you become like the target to like
Yes.
they want to make your life a living hell.
What
Like
you
Good
say,
for
Julie? When they lose control, they lose even more control.
yes, I mean, it is scary. We might have to do a show just on that, like our experiences and what we've learned. Because again, now that we have the vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
it's different. Like when I was in it, I was in my early 20s, and I did not know what it was. I just knew it was wrong. Like I remember kept saying, like you're trying to play with my mind. You're messing with my mind. Like I did not know what to say, but I knew it was wrong. You know what I mean? Like I knew it was wrong. The sky could be blue, and he would be like, "You tripping? You can't see that it's red. It is red. You might need to get some help. Like we should call you a therapist." Like he had me thinking I was crazy.
Now we should call you a therapist. It's not funny, but it's the way you said it.
I mean,
That's
no,
crazy
for real,
work.
because in real time, in that moment, it was like I really did not understand what was going on, and I was trying so hard to fight for myself. I was trying so hard to fight for myself, but he was so good at manipulating that I'm like,
Mm.
am I tripping? Am I the one? Wait, am I? And it was like, no, girl, you can see it. Stop letting him play with your brain. But again, in my early 20s, never experiencing this at all in my life. It was just and this and I'm years later, like having been with this person, don't see this person, don't talk to this person. Every now and then they come and test it just to see if they still got it. Like, bruh, go away, block, go away.
Listen, I had one, Julie, so bad. Let me tell you, I had one so bad. We went to couples counseling, right?
Booby, yes, they would go the whole campaign.
Listen,
Yes.
he was sitting up there telling the therapist, I have her here because I want her to see where she is going wrong in this relationship.
Oh wow,
So
yeah.
I'm here for
It was
her.
all you. It was all
I'm
you.
here for her. You hear that? I'm here for her.
It was charming too. Wasn't he charming? He was charming, wasn't he?
Man, let me tell you. The relation, because my regular therapist hooked me on to the relationship coach, right? Relationship therapist. Why she didn't told the relationship therapist told her, she said, ma'am, I don't know if I can do this. She was like, she said, this man is a freaking narcissist.
And them therapists are peeping early too. Therapists catch that real quick. But and I've even seen therapists say, like, discontinue this. We're not going to be able to do this because you don't really want the help. Like, I can't help you. That's not what you want. You're here for an agenda, not
You trying to show out.
Right. So they have to like discontinue therapy with some
Wasting my time. I got a child to eat glue coming in at 4.
And it's crazy because narcissism is like an illness. It's a real problem. It's an illness. I don't think they can control
No,
it.
ma'am, it's not like an illness. It is an illness.
But they can't control it. But you can't be with them, no. Unfortunately, you can't be with them.
Oh, they got to sit in a jerk circle by themselves.
Exactly.
They don't play. They don't play well with others.
They don't play well with the other kids, huh?
Yes, yes.
No,
Okay, so I know it's about to be 10 o'clock, but I wanted to wrap this up with talking about girlfriends. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think girlfriends is something that we keep in the Hall of Fame for our classics that we love and we like put on
Hell
and we
no.
watch?
You didn't turn me against girlfriends.
It was just me. I was a living single girl, and when Girlfriends came out, I thought I was gonna be getting the same vibe, and when I realized it wasn't, I was like, I don't like this.
No, I was already. I wanted you to do it because I wanted to hear other people's perspective. I really already kind of felt like that. I felt like Toni. I mean, not Toni, but what was her damn name? The lawyer,
Joan.
I felt like she was too soft.
Yeah.
I felt you right about the other one. I felt like she was a little crumb snatcher. She always wanted everybody else's shit.
Yes, Lynn was a freeloader.
And then they tried to make the other one seem like she was more ghetto than all of them. But to me, she had a little bit more together than the rest of them.
Yeah, I actually like Maya, like y'all said, until she cheated on Darnell.
Yeah.
That kind of messed up me. I felt like they got back together. They got their stuff right. So, I mean, if you're willing to forgive somebody, I just felt like why would you do that to him?
I can't remember. Who did she cheat on him with? Her baby father?
The dude that worked? The dude
Some little dusty ass dude, too. Like, he wasn't even fine. Like, her husband was fine. She cheated with some kid.
She got with some old checkerboard head, bad body.
Wow.
She said checkerboard bad body.
There we go, saying.
What is wrong with you?
I was so disappointed. Like, they couldn't even bring Morris Chestnut in to play that character to make it make sense.
You know what? You get on my nerves. Somebody bring him in to make it make sense.
That would have made it more sense. Like, you really risk your marriage, your family,
but can we say that people do that every day? That made it more realistic, though.
It did, but it made me mad at her, though. I was real mad at her.
I was kind of sorry. And then she tried to interfere when he tried to finally move on.
When he move on and find him somebody, you over here hating. Don't be, no, ma'am.
Do the little save the last dance at the bar with his girl at the bar, like.
So she tried to do that Tyler Perry movie. What was that Tyler Perry movie? Where the lady, the one where he took and paid her, got her house back, gave her money.
Oh, acrimony. Y'all know. Y'all, they get mad at me for that. Cause I
I
feel
want
like
them to make a
she
tune.
did take it to HELL, but I feel like he activated, he ignited the fire though.
And then that was the same chick that she
How?
started with when they
Oh,
was
we gotta
younger.
talk about this one night. We gonna talk about this movie.
We can
Acrimony.
unpack it because you started, you completely destroyed me and think you can buy me off and it's better. No,
But
bruh. I'm
also she
already messed up now. Now
But
I'm
no,
already
but no, ma'am. Okay, we need to talk about when we gonna talk about this because I'm gonna tell you right now. She didn't have to walk away. She chose based on somebody else's observation of
I
walking away.
Exactly.
I
She
can
chose to listen
agree.
to her brothers and sisters and let them get in her head.
I hear
Yeah.
y'all. I do hear what y'all saying, but he was trash though. They wasn't
But
wrong
but
about
look,
him. Like
soon
the
as she
fact
let
that
him go, he
He
fell out.
wasn't trash.
he was so selfish as a husband. He did not care about his wife at all. Like sacrificed everything, used her up until she ain't have nothing left. Like he
And
didn't
she
step
left
up
him.
as a man, as a leader in any
He
shape or
didn't
form
leave
for her.
her. She asked for the Okay, man. What day we gonna talk about this? Don't get me started now. The acrimony
Yes,
time.
We can talk about it.
we gotta map out a
I
plan.
will plan. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna wrap this show up. I'm gonna wrap a show around acrimony so we can just unpack acrimony. Cause
Yeah,
yeah,
we have to twin.
I do feel like she took it far, but I feel like he was wrong. We're not
You
gonna
can
negate
create
that
your
he was
own hell and
wrong.
you complain about the demons inside, and that's what Taraji did. She created her own hell. She could have been left dude. She
And
didn't.
that's the thing. She should have walked away a long time ago.
So
Cause
she let your brother and
he
sister,
deserved to get left. He
but all of
deserved to
them
get
stay
before
married.
her sister said anything. She should have walked away from him. He was selfish as hell.
But all of them stayed married though, and they
Right.
watched her go through the
But
and
they
follow the
husbands
steps.
wasn't being as selfish as he was. He was so focused on himself. You can focus on yourself and your dreams and your career and not completely like not care about your spouse. He did not care about his spouse.
And she left. So you think the man that you the big after you left
And
him?
he gave her that money. She should have took it and been happy. But I
They'd be
understand
cool.
she was already
So
crazy though.
that's why I say he couldn't have been too selfish because I'm gonna tell you,
Go see this man.
Would have
a
gave a
selfish
damn
person
dollar.
would have never. They wouldn't have gave it down because they would have felt like you divorced me, I can move
Yeah.
on with my life. But
Yeah.
That's true,
instead
but
of
I
him
feel like
doing
that was
that,
his conscience though. I feel like that was his conscience because I
a
don't think he
selfish
was a
person
bad
don't normally have a conscience
I don't
though.
think he was a bad dude, but he was very self-centered and focused. Yeah, he wasn't bad. He ain't have like
But
no
sometimes that
morals, but he
requires
was
focus.
selfish. He was real selfish. That dude ain't care about her mama's house. He ain't care about their bills. He ain't care about her job. He was selfish. He ain't care at
So
all.
there's nothing in life you've ever been really, really passionate about and you didn't
Not
give a
enough to
damn what.
neglect my not enough to neglect
Hold
my
on,
family and
I
my
ain't even get the
responsibilities.
question out, ma'am.
No, I'm passionate about
Look,
this.
look,
I've
look,
been
look,
doing
look.
eye candy for 16 years.
She got passionate about the answer
I've
for
been
ain't even
doing
got
eye
the
candy productions for 16 years. I am extremely passionate, but I got a regular 9 to 5. I got regular ass bills. So no, he was the
Wait a
man.
minute. Wait a minute. I couldn't even get the question now. You like, hell no.
Because I went to work today and I'm back here doing this. Like you can go to a regular job. You can go to work. He could have went to work and came home and worked on his dream. He was
I get what you're
selfish.
saying though. That is a selfish move. It was selfish. He tried a couple of times, but you're right. He didn't try
Yeah, he didn't
hard enough
care.
to
He
kill
did
his
not
kids.
care.
But
He
she
was
fucked it up
like,
throwing his keys, like going through all of that when you could have just left him alone, girl. You should have been gone. When
right.
you caught him humping in the damn trailer when y'all was teenagers,
Yeah,
you should
and I
have
just
got him
feel like that was
married.
triggering. The fact that you finally moved on, you got up, but you got with the girl, you messed on me. Oh, baby. Like she was triggered. She was triggered. Y'all
Yeah,
gotta put
so triggered
yourself
her,
in
girl.
her
She
shoes. He
triggered,
like
so
I
played
do
with
triggered
her
put
her to the
myself
point
in
of
her
baby.
shoes,
vulnerability.
but I guess listen. You, me, and a few other people on here, Queen B and back. I think we have a different way of looking. Well, I don't know about Queen B because she might have burnt the whole boat down. I don't know, but I don't know. But I'm gonna say this. I don't. I guess there's a fear in me. I'm not gonna do all of that because maybe it's something that's holding me back. I would just walk away.
Because you don't want to
I
go
would
to
just walk
prison.
away.
That's why You don't want to go to
Oh
prison.
well, there's
I
ways
don't
not
want
to
to
go
go
to
to
prison now.
prison,
Don't
and I
don't get
don't
it
want to be
twisted.
looked upon
She ain't care.
as
She was at
nutty.
that point where she ain't care. She ain't had
But she
nothing
could have
to
did
lose.
that way
Yeah,
sooner.
but she developed a mental illness because of it. Because
Did she was
She
upset?
did. That's what I
she
mean. She
stayed
wasn't
too
even in her right
long.
mind no more.
Yeah,
Like
but
you
she
can't.
stayed too long, so she
Yeah,
helped
she did. You can't
her.
put me in this
Her allowing
constantly.
him,
Yeah,
her allowing him to do what he did and how he did it, and her going along with it and
yes.
not being
Right.
accountable, put her
Not being
into her
accountable.
mental
Yeah, her
illness. But
sisters
okay,
weren't wrong about leaving him, but she chose to leave at the wrong time. She waited
Well,
until he was already fully broken
well, when you a
to
day late,
leave.
the dollar short, that's what happens.
Yeah, because
You
I mean,
can't
that
see
she
that.
should
but
have. I wasn't mad at her sister. She should have been left him. He was terrible.
But she wanted to
Terrible.
make it work. You trying to, that struggle
Ah,
love.
and again, that's what we gonna see with Tina Campbell in a minute. We about to see her completely crash out.
Yeah,
Cause
she gonna
how
be doing
dare
you
you?
Democrat
think she gonna
commercials like
crash out?
Mary.
Oh yeah, 25 years.
Yeah, she
So let
gonna
me
be
ask you a question though. Is
midnight.
it true about the
That's
the
I don't
boy?
know because they know men actually come out and say it like verbally. We done seen a couple of people say it on social media. We done seen T.S. Maddox talk about it, but ain't nobody actually come out their mouth and really say it. I be needing you to do that. Don't be Twitter fingers. Don't get on social media. If you gonna do it, expose it. Tell us the truth
Right.
so we
Tell
can
us the
fight
whole
this.
truth. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah,
But
you know what? And
but
if
he
she
look like
do
he got a little
crash out, I
Christian
don't.
in him.
To me, I feel like it's justifiable,
Me
right?
too.
To a degree, to a degree. Because I think the problem is with a lot of us is we don't want to take accountability for our choices too.
Yeah.
She chose to continue to keep going back with this man,
Right.
knowing that he was a
Cheating on
serial
her
cheater.
But
multiple
okay,
times.
I agree with that because she should have left him
Multiple.
when she said it. When she said, "I don't want him, I don't want him, I don't want him," she should have left. But he said, "I love you. I want to make this work. I ain't gonna do this no more." Like he needs to be accountable for those lies because he
But
did
then
not live
came
up to
up with
what he
another
said.
story. He then told her about something else he did after he
Right? He kept telling her bits and
apologized.
pieces. Like he needs to be accountable for his thing. That's why I kept saying. I was like, everybody clowning Tina so much about her saying, "Ain't nobody clowning Teddy. Ain't nobody checking
We're
Teddy. Ain't
clowning
nobody
both
telling him
of
You
how
them.
you
wrong he
don't need
is."
to clown somebody that already showed you he was in the
Right.
circus a
You
Yeah,
long
but
right
you
time
need to,
about
but
ago.
you need to hold him accountable, put his feet to the fire because he getting away with it.
What wait what
He moving quietly and strategically trying to get half her money. He doing all
Yeah,
this while everybody
he
talking
gotta get
smack
some of
about
that
Tina.
Mary
but
money.
he's not gonna get it because his shit is highly publicized that he's a serial cheater. He's not gonna get her money like that, I
I
promise you.
hope not. I
No,
hope
he's
not.
not. He's not. It's been recorded on television and everything else that this
Yeah.
man is a cheater.
You know they got
He's not getting
that
her money.
video.
My
And the
thing
fact that
is,
he even
we don't
said he
want to,
wants to,
as women, we want to say, "Oh, the guy got me pregnant." But where were you at during getting pregnant? You were right there. Yes, we all have to be accountable, but if he has been a serial cheater on a regular basis and this has been brought to the forefront more than
More
once,
than one.
his clown act has already been out there. We already know he a part of the circus.
yeah.
Right. Do, 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 do.
So do we give her grace for getting pregnant by her husband?
I don't. Yes, you give her grace because
Right.
maybe she was like the women of old. They were so highly religious
Well,
where
And I
it
yeah,
mean,
was.
we
we
understand the
already know the church
on
was
that.
telling her to stay with him because Erica said it. Like we already know what
You
you know.
say her screwball head cheater.
Yeah, we already know what you're taught in the church house. Like they don't like tell you to walk away. They say stay. They
Yeah,
say
because
pray it out.
they hold women to that. You're not supposed to get divorced because if you get divorced by your husband, and if once a man divorces a woman, she can no longer marry anybody. That's what the church teaches us. But
Oh
what the church
well.
don't teach us
Oh
is there are
well.
certain
Yeah.
situations where we can get out of a marriage and be able to move on with our life. It's so funny how they confine us
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
you can't get divorced. Because, first of all, if it wasn't meant for y'all to be together anyway, if it wasn't divinely inspired by the creator in the first place, you shouldn't have been there anyway. This is just your mistake, baby. Own
And
up to
again,
that and
for
move on.
Mary, because we talked about this, y'all go watch the replay if you want to hear how we really think about the Tina and Teddy situation. But The Bible say infidelity you can walk away. So I don't know why she was holding on to it so much. I mean, I think because she loved him. I think because she loved him. But
It depends. It depends.
I think Tina really did love Teddy, like a lot. I
And
think
did
that
he
was like
commit
her
adultery?
dream man. I think
More
that was
than
her
one.
dream man. I think she had like a crush on him and thought he was so fine. I don't think her self-esteem was very high. As far as loving herself. So
Baby.
I feel like that all plays into why Tina was the way she was with
Yeah, because
Teddy.
we don't know how much gaslighting he did. Because here's the
Exactly.
thing: a lot of people don't understand. People that are famous, it's hard to truly find somebody
And
that
to
wants
trust
you for
somebody
your
for
true,
what she's
authentic
already
self.
got. Because she's
Yeah,
already
Before
built
she
up
got
with him.
famous.
She made kids with him. She already had this connection with him. She was really just trying to make it
don't
work.
make
And
me
I give
cry.
Grace for that. But I feel
Yeah,
bad for her
I
because,
do.
again,
Yeah, because she
he
gotta carry this
wasted
thing.
12 more years when she was ready to go, when he could have let her go. He wasted 12 more years of her life.
Well, she wasted it because she stayed.
I
So
have to agree. I think
both
it's a.
was
I
guilty.
always tell people this: the rise and the demise of a relationship is on both people.
Yeah.
So if she didn't walk away, she helped bring it to where it's at, just like he did. So
So
we
do
have
you
to.
do you guys feel like in a relationship when someone does something to betray you or step out that you can ever get through it?
Nope, not me, because now I can't trust you.
Well, I
Okay,
don't
what do you
trust
think, Cooler?
anybody anyway. So let me put that out
No,
there.
I'm talking about if I'm with somebody, I always have depending on how we rock, that depends on the level of trust I give you. And it'll never be 100% because humans are
Twin, you and Leo, you don't count.
You don't count. Well, let me say this with me. In my mindset, it's the level of fails. It's
Okay,
how you fail
because you
me.
said patient. So
Yeah, well, remember we kind of touched on this the other day.
yeah,
If he's been dealing with her for 6 months, whatever, I want out of the marriage because
because
that's a relationship now.
you gotta realize with Tina, she didn't know at first. She found out in real time when she was filming her reality show
she's
about
probably
what he
taking
was
their
doing.
money and buying these whole shit,
Yeah,
man.
and then he only told her one. So she trying to work it out. They going through therapy. Then he give her a little bit more. And then they trying to work out and give her a little bit
One
more. So
turn in the
he
side,
really
side
truly
turn in the
broke,
ground.
manipulated, and messed with this lady's mind. Like totally, to where she was totally broken. And then she's saying, I don't want this no more. I'm over it. He tripping. Then she got the family and the church saying, no, you gotta pray. Let me give you the scriptures. Make it work. Like I just feel like
That's
even though
God
yes, she could
said.
have walked, a lot of people failed her and not supported her decision to leave because she was trying
And
to
and
leave.
and I think you know what? I think they owe her an apology, and I
For
think they
sure.
should be accountable for pushing her
To
to
stay.
stay
Yes.
connected to something that was already broken.
I know
Yeah.
that. I got a friend that was going through a divorce, and she's like in the church, kind of heavy as well. And when she was going through the divorce, I had just got through mine. She was like talking to people in the church about it, and they was all like, "Well, you should stay." Like they was really trying to make her stay.
They always do.
It was not. It was. She was not happy. It was not healthy. It was not good. It was not. You know what I mean? And she pushed forward eventually and just blocked them all out because I was the friend that was like, I just did it. It only cost this amount and blah blah in her
Listen,
head.
thank
But
God
then
for them friends.
yeah, it was like me balancing it out. Yeah, exactly. But Booby said sometimes you gotta shut off from people once you make your decision. You do.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do. Because people no, you gotta go with your heart. You the one that gotta deal with this person. You the one that gotta continue this relationship, the one that gotta keep dealing with them. They gotta keep, overcoming this and try to forgive it. It ain't about them, it's about you. So don't let somebody influence a lifetime choice for you
Hell
off of
no.
their thoughts. You ain't in this, I'm in this.
You
So
know
yeah,
what?
for sure.
I wouldn't dare be. I don't want to be a part of a church or organization. I'm gonna say it like that. That is so patriarchal
Yeah.
that it pushes me in a mindset of no matter what, for better for worse, and all of that. So that's why you're not gonna read those vows for me. I'm gonna make my own.
I didn't realize what worse meant. Like people feel like worse is like the ultimate most bad betrayals. Worse is not that. Like who? What? Why did y'all pick
I don't
worse?
believe that's what it means. Listen,
Right, y'all pick worse is like some of the most disgusting, deplorable behaviors, and
behavior.
people supposed to deal with it.
You know, a lot of African movies try to teach that stuff. The man, he whooping on the wife's head, and then cause he go to therapy, then to err is human, to forgive is divine. Well, you better
And I
take your
was here,
ass over
all
to
right.
divine, cause you up out of here. I'm sorry.
All
Booby, you right.
right.
Because
That's
even
what we
some
listen
people
out
that's
here.
hyping you sometimes feed out the drama. Some people don't really want you to have nothing good. They rooting for your downfall. They could be
They
telling
are.
you to get out of something when it's not for you to get out of because they hate it and they miserable and they ain't got nothing going on. You gotta like
Right.
sometimes sit back and separate yourself from everyone and all the noise and actually reevaluate your situation and figure out what you want to do.
So do you
Exactly.
think
You.
it's that shame factor, that ego, that pride? I think it's all of it's incorporated.
I think that's a part
Yeah,
of it for
yeah,
sure. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
know for me, I stayed in relationships longer than necessary because I was nervous about what people would say. Their
Okay.
reactions, how they would judge me. Oh, they gonna say, you know what I mean? And that actually definitely affected it. For sure.
Well, I
Girl.
want the nieces and nephews to know you must reserve the right. When you are ready to walk away, walk away. I don't care what anybody else says. If you
Yes.
weigh the pros and the cons, and those cons outweigh the pros, get your shit, whatever you can take,
And skeet
and
at them.
run.
That's
Don't
right.
and don't and another thing, don't tell them what you're about to do. My mama taught me this early. When she said a man hit her one time, she waited for a day she knew he was gonna be at work longer than expected.
Yeah.
And whatever she could grab, she took, and she never looked
Perfect.
back. All that behavior and the mindset of I gotta tell you that I'm leaving,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Sometimes
You
you
didn't,
can't. You gotta
yeah,
move. Like you
yeah.
gotta
You
be
didn't tell me you was
strategic.
gonna be whooping my ass, so I'm
Make you
definitely
an
not gonna
exit
tell you I'm
strategy, baby. Get
leaving.
on out of there. You right.
Exit Thank you. That's my
Yeah.
favorite two words: exit and strategy.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
will flee this.
Some
I will
and a lot of
flee
times you gotta
the
actually think of that. You can't just up and just move. You gotta be very, like discreet to how you do it
Strategic.
and figure it
Yeah.
out because again, it could go really bad. We talked about that on Sunday. Me and Twin was talking about with the red flags or whatever. Sometimes you gotta be able to move and get out of there before they even know what you're doing. Because
I'm
if they
just
know, they can
grateful.
do some stuff that completely stop everything. So you
I'm
gotta be careful.
grateful that I never run into this kind of man because I was raised in a totally different mindset. I come from the Stumper Hoe tribe,
You
and
know what?
I
I
was
can't do this with this
raised.
lady. She talking about the stuff on
I
track.
was raised. If a man hits you, unalive him. He won't hit nobody else. Them men, I believe they can smell their unalivement in my aura, and they
Uh-huh.
know just by looking at me and the way I
Hey, I'm
walk
not doing
and talk that a cast iron
I
face
think
should
they
be
know
an
too,
issue with you.
twin. I think they know too, for real.
I'm taking you off the planet, and if your mama speak up, she going too.
That's right. What's up, Mashi?
Going.
So
Well, you
Miss
know what? I'm gonna
Mason
tell you. I
said,
had a friend.
What
I know
about
you
that
want to get off. I had
this
a friend. Go
macaroni?
ahead, Judy. You wanted to read something. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Miss Mason said everything you go through ain't everybody's business. Facts. And then Booby said, if you telling them you leaving, you ain't trying to leave. Period.
You right
Period.
about
One
that.
thing, one thing I've learned, and I had to say this to people, is stop complaining about it if you're not gonna do nothing.
Got
Like
to say
that whole
it.
whining to a man, you don't ever do this, you be doing but you not leaving. What are you whining for? Like it's not, you're not moving, you're not making any moves, you just cry, or even going through a man's phone or a woman's phone, but you ain't gonna do nothing if you find
Let's
it.
see,
What's the point
Mercy.
of going through it?
What's the point? You gonna be
Yeah, you
mad?
ain't gonna do nothing but get them another strategy to
Yes.
put
To
it in
how
a
to do it
different
better, to how to
folder.
be a little more sneakier,
You
how
gotta be
not
a
to
little
get
bit.
caught.
I
Yeah.
say,
Gonna be
I
giving
say,
it
leave it
sloppy
all
toppy
alone.
mad
Women,
like that.
women have great instincts. If there's nothing else that we have the greatest instincts known to man. Okay, if you believe it, believe me. Even if it's in the starting stages, it's happening. So you just start getting yourself together then to deal with it. Because when it hit
Right.
for
Once
real,
you start feeling like something suspicious, start getting your ducks in a row.
start getting your ducks in a row.
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely,
I ain't
Got to
doing
absolutely.
say.
that.
But
So
Where
I
you
exit
want us to
going?
strategy.
not give up though. If you're single in here, like myself, we still can't give up because if we're great people and we're out here, it's still some other great people out here.
I didn't
I
give
think
up,
it's
but
a
I
lot
am
of
sitting
great
on the
people out here.
sidelines chilling. I got my cocktail in my lawn chair.
But
I'm
here's the
chilling.
thing. I think there's a lot of great people out here, but y'all don't know where to go find them. So come to Miss Eye Candy Movie Night. I have some amazing people that are at Miss Eye Candy Movie Night. And it starts in June, July, August, September, and October. Hopefully by the time you get to October, you will have you a date because that's the couples night. So make sure y'all come and y'all kick it. I am over here bullying men that I know to come so I can get more fellas in the building.
Not bullying.
I am.
Now wait a
I'm
minute,
telling
ma'am.
them.
If you gotta bully them, I don't know if I want to.
Because you know how men are. You know, how, especially good men. They stay themselves. They stay at home. They ain't really into that. So
Right.
I'm like, look, I promise you, it's a dope environment. It's some cool people. So I know some good
You
dudes.
know
I'm
me
just
with that
getting
men's
them
good,
out of the house.
yeah.
They be at work
Yeah.
and they be
They
at
become
home.
complacent, and
Yeah, they be
being
at work and
work
they
to
be at home. So
Yeah,
I'm pulling them to
I
movie
got
night
you.
so y'all can actually start networking. Even if you ain't trying to meet someone, just the network. Find some new friends, y'all. It's time for us to put ourselves in the right environment with the right type of people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even there. I want to come. No, because listen. I always went out when I
Yes.
lived in
Yes.
Cincinnati. So
Even Booby came to one of the events, so Booby was in the building, you know. So
okay.
y'all gotta come and kick it with us. Jay be in the building. Jay taking though. Y'all can't have Jay.
I think once you get it to where you want it, movie night on tour would be
Yes.
perfect.
Oh, we
yeah.
are definitely trying to get it to different cities. So you
Yeah.
just wait, girl. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you soon.
Listen, if Orlando Chapman can put a party together here in Atlanta, he did that years ago, where it was when they was playing, I
That
think
bus?
Atlanta, the
Is that when they had
Falcons.
that bus? They had that little tour bus that went there because they had a bus from Cincinnati
I
to
think they
Atlanta.
had more than one bus, but yeah, a lot of people came, and
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
people came and showed up and showed out.
yeah.
So if he can do that, I'm pretty sure movie night on Eye Candy movie night on
That's
tour,
right.
baby.
Speak it into existence. That's
Come
right.
on. That's what I do. That's what I do. So yeah, that
Okay,
would be
y'all.
really nice.
All right, y'all. Well, I love y'all so much.
Love
Thank
you
y'all for
too.
rocking
Thank
with
you
me.
for
Thank
keeping
y'all
us.
for kicking it with me as y'all do. Let me give everybody a shout out that was here. Let's see. I'm gonna remember everybody that came. First of all, my people up on the panel. I got the cool ones. Make sure y'all follow her. Queen B is twin. That's what she go by for me. And then I got the Babs. Okay, we just had a live over on the Babs channel yesterday, so make sure y'all follow her. Miss Mason, I love you so much. Jay, thank you so much. Booby, thank you. Penny, thank you. Micah, Daddy Wink Wink, Mashi. I'm trying to remember everybody that was in here early. Perry came in here. Phoenix came up in the building for a hot second. So thank you guys. And the people that's in the bushes, we love y'all too. So thank
And
y'all.
Bab, stop ignoring people when they come to your live. She was doing the damn nail. She wasn't even
I
paying
had to
attention. I
call
was
her.
typing in the comments.
I had to call her to tell her to look up at the chat.
Look at the comments. I'm like, I didn't ask two questions.
Hey.
I mean, baby, I'm like, you putting rhinestones on, baby. She was just going like,
She
oh,
was.
don't worry
I had to
about what
call
I'm
her
doing.
like,
was
man,
in it.
I've been trying to get up for 30 minutes. Come on.
I was in it.
She was focused. She was focused, okay?
When I say
Yeah,
focus, I'm talking about
Miss
strong
Mason said
eye,
she was
strong
ignoring me
arm
too.
focus. Okay?
Yeah, she ignored all
I'm
of us. Penny
sorry,
was in
y'all. I'm
there.
sorry. Much
Beth
love. Y'all
was
know
in her
I'm new to
own
this.
world, baby. She wasn't worried about nothing
See that?
else, okay?
I know that's right.
Listen,
Well, I don't
you know
feel
I'm new to
bad.
this. I done had about 5 lives now. Come
Yeah,
on,
she's
y'all.
still
Work
learning,
with
but
me.
she be focused.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
still learning.
girl. I called her doing her live, like, look up, Marlon.
Yeah,
Say
she had to
cheese.
call me. Look up.
Yeah.
Not look up Marlon say cheese. I'm dead.
She was not looking at us. We was in there typing. She was not paying us no attention.
But I like it how I do like you being focused like that, showing people how you give attention to yourself, self-care. So I really like that part. But every now and again, just be like, "What's up, cool? What's up, Marlon May? Hey!"
She didn't give us nothing. She was like, no, crickets.
Because when I first started, I had already discussed, when y'all came in, I had already discussed what I was doing, and I had started. I said, I'm going to pin the camera down and start. Boom. They ain't see it no more. I'm sorry. Y'all work with me. Don't charge it to my mind, baby.
Not her heart.
Y'all
Not her
know it's
heart,
all
y'all. Not her
love.
heart.
Yeah, I ain't gonna charge it to your heart.
No, my
like,
mind, because y'all know I wasn't thinking.
I guess I'll just come back on another day.
Yeah, just come back. I'm gonna try to get in there early so I can be up in there talking because she sure was ignoring us. But
Okay.
Vibe check Sunday, y'all. Come with me on Sunday at 4. I think I'm gonna keep movie crew to be at 8:30 so we can go late and we can have these conversations because I feel like I'll be rushing to put my baby to bed. So once I get him down, I'm chilling. So so we gonna stick to 8:30s for the vibe for the movie crew. But vibe check is on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Music, conversations, we relaxing. So if you got hot topics you want me to talk about, send them to me. I'm gonna work on this acrimony one. If I
Yes.
actually can rewatch it this week, I might do it next Tuesday. So I'm gonna try to rewatch it so I can just be like, fresh on my opinions.
And I'm gonna watch it too because I want to be ready for your ass. I want to be ready for you.
Cause I'm coming.
I know you coming. I gotta be ready.
I'm coming. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful evening. I love y'all so much.
You too.
I love
What's the
y'all.
name of it?
Love you. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.